pesticide stays. Then she told me something that kept me up that night. She said 90% of what we test comes back positive, organic included. The chemicals that killed the insects in the field are sitting on the strawberry in your kid's lunchbox, and your rinse does nothing about it. She pulled out something smaller than a soda can and dropped it in a bowl of water with my strawberries. She said, "This is Pure Pod. It uses the same hydroxide ion technology we use in commercial food processing. Just watch the water." Within 10 minutes, the water changed color. That greasy film floating on top was everything my rinse had missed. She said, "Those are hydroxyl radicals breaking the chemical bonds that hold pesticides onto the surface. The residues release into the water. No chemicals added, the cleaning agents form from the water itself. It reaches the waxy surface of apples, the tight clusters on."
You dream in stars and dive into the deep, fixing the world while the rest of us sleep. Your heart's set on giving, no matter the strain, building your legacy through love and brain. Julie knows that fire in your soul, the kind that lifts the broken heart. James, you reach the skies no one dares. In your hands the future's caught unawares. That's to know what the hell were you thinking. You laugh as the eye keeps the daylight blinking. Every day's a quest, not some disguise. With James in the storm, the dream never dies. Retired, you say, with a wink and a grin, but the podcast is rolling, pulling us in. Your compass is love, with your kids as your guide, shining seas wide, with vision and pride. Julie's here, who adores your spark, the dreamer who lights up the dark. James, you reach the skies no one dares. In your hands the future's caught unawares. That's to know what the hell were you thinking. You laugh as the eye keeps the daylight blinking. Every day's a quest, not some disguise. With James in the storm, the dream never dies. Tethered lights still flying high. You kiss the stars, but never say goodbye. Not even gravity can pull you down. You're the wild, the wave, the crown. James, you reach the skies no one dares. In your hands the future's caught unawares. That's to know what the hell were you thinking. You laugh as the eye keeps the daylight blinking. Every day's a quest, not some disguise. With James in the storm, the dream never dies. Into the deep, fixing the world while the rest of us sleep. Your heart's set on giving, no matter the strain, building your legacy through love and brain. Julie knows that fire in your soul, the kind that lifts the broken heart. James, you reach the skies no one dares. In your hands the future's caught unawares. That's to know what the hell were you thinking. You laugh as the eye keeps the daylight blinking. Every day's a quest, not some disguise. With James in the storm, the dream never dies.
All right, all right.
Retired,
I got it.
you say, with a
All
wink
right,
and a grin.
right. All right. right. I think I got it. I think I do. All right. Get this down there. Let's get this one over to there. This one over to there. That one and that one and that one. And we are ready. I think we're ready. I think so. All righty. Good evening, everyone. My name is James. This is Dividend Stock Talk, brought to you by the 10-Minute Trader, where I invest in dividend stocks for weekly cash flow. What am I looking for? I'm looking for a simple, safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. Yes, 1% a week. I know it comes to more than 50% by the end of the year. Nobody gets 50% a year, but it is what it is. See if it makes sense, and ask whatever questions you may have. What do we have here? What do we have? Okay, chat. There you go, right there. Good. Having a little bit of an issue here. So let's get rid of this one. Let's start over again. Let's go like that. Live. Whoops. Live. That'll work. Description. Let's add a little description in there. Dividend Stock Talk Live. There we go. Done and going live and wave. Jay Breezy. What's happening there, Jay Breezy? Good evening. All right, so let's go. It is Thursday night. Tomorrow's Friday. The close of the market for the week is tomorrow. Happy Madman Tacoma. What's happening? All right, so let's go back, see who's in the house, say hi to everybody. And who do we have here? We have Andy. Hello. I'm trying to understand better the strategy. I was buying options for a few months, but lost a lot of money. Do you talk about the strategy in one of your books? Oh, absolutely. Book number 15. Yes, I've written 15 books. Book number 15 goes for the whole strategy from number 1 all the way up to book number 15. But here's the thing. I've never posted it, which means I've never uploaded number 15. And I have no idea where a copy of it is. But I will dig through all my old computers and see if I can find it. All right, that being said. But anyway, thanks for being here there, Andy. Is it Andy? Yes, it is Andy. Thanks for being here, Andy. Thanks for your question. Jay Breezy, hello, you're good. Awesome. Wait, check that out. Joe Schmo made $1,500 this week. Joey, way to go. Nice, good for you, brother. Nice. I'll expect a Christmas card, Joey. Who do we have? We have Mike, LaBelle, Wiebert, Charles, all right, Wanbo, Perez, Defarlama. Okay. Peter, Joey, Sarah Ann, good evening. Dalen, Herbal, Mucho. Okay. Meredith, Anab, Sweet Den, nice to see you. Greed Kills, oh, absolutely. MLW, good evening. All right, Vacay. TJ Bamo, good evening. Young King, all right, Young King, Joe Schmo, nice to see you. Pickled Peanuts, dude, nice to see you again. Pickled Peanuts back in. You can't forget that name. Seriously, you cannot forget that name. Pickled Peanuts. Can't forget that name. All right. Joe Tom, VIP, Clyde, Alicia, Isaiah. Thoughts on Google, the Google dip? Well, see, you're relatively new here, but for those that have been here for a while, they know Google's not on my list. Now, don't get me wrong. It's not, you can't get away from it. It's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, oh, nice, check that out. Google only started paying dividends for the past 2 years. And the cheap bastard couldn't even increase the dividends. So it was 50 cents, 52 cents, and then it was 52 cents again. It's like, dude, all the money you have, share it with the people you're taking money from. All right, hold. Dustin, sell the options and collect the premiums. I'm going to go with him on this one. Now, see, I don't buy options because most options expire worthless. So I'm not a buyer. I'm a seller. So, yeah, I'm the guy you buy from. And then when you lose money, I say, thank you. I don't mean to make you feel bad, but it is what it is. Take a look at the facts. 80% of all options expire worthless. So if you're buying them, you have an 80% chance that you're going to be wrong and a 20% chance that you're going to be right. So if you think of it that way, 80% usually expire worthless, but 20% actually make money. Do you really think you're that good? Seriously. No, I'm not trying to insult anyone. But if 80% always lose, why would I want to be on the 80% side? Think about it. I don't want to buy options. I want to sell options, because when I sell options, 80% of the options I sell make money. So I like to twist it. I like to twist reality so it's in my favor. Sorry, it is what it is. What else do we got? Mad Manta Coma. Yahoo. You know what? We haven't looked at Yahoo in who knows how long. But right now, we're going to take a look at Google first. We'll take a look at Yahoo in a minute. What else do we have? Making money. Got it. Joe Schmo, $1,500. Nicely done. Cam. Nice to see you. Kevin Banks. Good evening. Sweet Den. Nice work. Way to go. All right. Tony. Nice to see you. Thank you. Thank you there, Mr. Tony. Why sale? Why? Tony, we're trying to make money. The only way you make money is to buy something, sell it, and then make a profit. So I always tell my kids, and I've been telling my kids for the longest time, profits are better than wages no matter which way you look at it. So I'm looking for a profit. Profit. Anyway, let's keep on going. Who do we have over here? Clyde. We'll take a look at Verizon in a little bit. First, we're going to take a look at Google. Then we're going to take a look at Yahoo. And then we'll take a look at Verizon. All right. Who do we have way over here? Sorry, I'm still saying hi to everybody's in the house. Oh, check it out. It's Tiffany. Yay, Tiffany. How you doing? Hey, that's this app. Please tell me. Oh, okay. So Play FX. It's not really an app. What you have behind me is what's called a trading platform. This one's called Thinkorswim. It's owned by Charles Schwab. All it is a place to buy and sell stocks, options, futures, commodities, stuff like that. This is where we buy and sell stuff. That's all it is. Just that in 2008, my 9-year-old daughter asked me to teach her how to do that. So what I'm doing here is giving to you for free, without even asking. Yes, imagine I'm giving you something you didn't even ask for. A strategy which I created for my 9-year-old. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent, no way for her to lose. So twist the rules around just a little bit so that it fits what you're looking for. But sit tight, because we're going to go through all of them as we progress. I'm back over here, camera 1, saying hi to everybody. So I have 9 different cameras, 13 different platforms. So it takes me a little while to say hi to everybody. It's just a common courtesy, something I do every night. So, Dustin, thank you for that. Who do we have over here? We have Joey, Israel, GSA Gigs, all right, Assad, Anab, Mark, Evan, Blueberry Blackbird. Okay, good days. Botox Dark. What's happening, dude? Roy, Peacekeeper, Team Kirshner. Okay, Rogue Man, Pirate, Isgawa, I guess. T. Scott. Probably Gundars. Wait a minute, Gundars. Isn't that those things from it is, hold on. I'd rather rip the arms off of a Gundar. That was from Star Wars. I remember that. What's a Gundar? Who knows what a Gundar even looks like? Remember when Han Solo says, no, I'd rather get my hands ripped out by Gundar. What the hell is a Gundar? Anyway, let's keep on going. Mr. Ed! Oh, wait a minute. Horse is a horse, of course. And no one can talk to a horse, of course. Unless, of course, it is the horse, the famous Mr. Ed. Mr. Ed, how you doing? Joe Tom, the Adam Carson, Big Timer, Andrew, Austin, Anonymous, Pierre, Bullet Point, okay. Magic, Kaylee, good evening, Kaylee. Harold Han, all right, Harold. Maurice, Sherry, hey, Miss Sherry, how are you today? Nice to see you there, Miss Sherry. Salty, Leor, Maurice, Matt, Jet Jockey. I got the image of a jockey riding on a jet in the air. You know, what is a jet jockey? What else are you supposed to think? Jet jockey. All right. Scott, Scroller, Matt, McHenry, Matt Lee, Mr. Rentals, Michael, Charolia, I can't even read that one. Rybit. Mario, speech, voter ID. Uh-oh. You can get some hate for that one. Just for that name, voter ID. You're going to get some hate for that. Matt, blessed by listening. Greetings from North Korea. Ooh, greetings from North Korea. How are you today? Matt, Polly, blessed by listening. Okay, Matt, please only do that once. I appreciate it, I do. But once is perfectly fine. Thomas Garcia, Stozer, Junior, Coco's Cards. Nobody in Smart Financials. Ooh, Wise Guy. Johnny Geo. Max and the Grand Ralph. Okay, nobody. All right, good evening. All right, so good evening, everyone. As usual, we're always going to do the same things over and over and over again. I'm live Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 8 p.m. until we get finished. There's a lot of people here at 10, 11 o'clock. I'll stay out longer. I mean, I enjoy teaching people. Great, wonderful. Let's get the ball rolling. So what we're looking to do is find a good quality company that you don't mind putting your money into. So the question should be, number one, does it make sense? Because you should never, ever do anything that makes you uncomfortable or you feel weird about it. So never, ever buy anything that does not make sense to you. If you cannot imagine owning the company for the rest of your days, then you really shouldn't be buying it. If it doesn't make sense, that's a no. I love saying that. No. My children said, Dad, you always say no. Well, that's a good reason I say no. Do you know why parents say no all the time? Because we kept saying yes, and we learned from our mistakes, and we just don't say yes anymore. We say no because that's the safest route. My children could never get it. But now that they're adults and that my children are now becoming parents, they're starting to say no. I said, oh, what was that? What was that? Did you just say something? You know, it's really funny. The older you get, when you hear your voice coming out of your children's mouths. It's like I was over at my son's house, right? And I walk out of the room and I didn't turn the light off. He said, Dad, did you forget to turn the light off? You know, who's paying the bills? I said, wait a second. That sounded like me. Because when you have to start paying for yourself, things are different. Children don't realize that until they get the place of their own, they get their own bills, and they have to be self-sufficient. Because mommy and daddy aren't always going to be there to take care of the bills for you. All right, so let's cut all that and let's get right to why we're here. We're looking for a simple, safe, predictable way to invest our money to be safely and predictably meeting our goals on a weekly basis. What do we have over there? Jim Sweeney, Vintage, VP David Graham. Nice to see you, VP David Graham. Lazy Cat, Jared, and Nick. Max Bid BKSY. We'll take a look at that in a little bit, but right now we're taking a look at Google. And why isn't Google on my list? It's a good question. They've been around for a while, but here's the thing. They've only recently started paying dividends. Now, a dividend, it may be important to you, it may not. I really don't know. Okay? But for me, I want a return for my money. And I want to make sure the company in which I put my money knows what they're doing. That sounds kind of weird, doesn't it? I want to put my money in a place where whoever's in charge of it knows what they're doing. So basically, are they profitable? Then, are they profitable consistently? So if I give you my money this year, great. What are you going to do with it this year? Great. Well, what are you going to do with it next year? Are you continuously going to make money? Because that's what businesses are doing. That's why they do business in the first place. I can't think of a single CEO. As a matter of fact, I've never met a CEO who said, you know what? Our goal is to make less money this year than we made last year. I've never heard anybody say that. They all want the same thing. Co-host with Jay-Woo can be easy, fun, and attract more viewers. Ooh, I like Jay-Woo. I do. All right, let's see what he's doing. All right, just give him one of those. All right, back to here. Hey, if he jumps in, great. If not, that's great too. But that's not the point. Let's keep on going where we are. All right, let's go this over here. Meta? Really? Why do we want to do meta? All right, let's do this. All right, right there. Okay, so let's finish taking a look at it. Google. Anytime I look at anything, it's always going to be the exact same. 1, 2, 3, A, B, C. It's kind of like paint by numbers. Some of you may remember it. Some of you may not. 1 red, 2 green, 3 yellow, 4 black, 5 brown, so on and so forth. Everything that's white, this number 1 gets painted red. Everything that's number 2 gets painted blue. And then when you're all done, it's a picture. And it makes sense. Well, when I look at a chart, I always want to look at a 1-year chart first. Always. I want to see what it is doing this year. So I look for 5 things, and it takes me 2 to 3 seconds to see all 5. It's a picture. What's the first thing you see? You see the high, and then you see the low. And then, all right, where was it a year ago? Where is it today? And then a summary of the whole year. Well, that's easy. Up, down, up, down. Big drop right there. It doesn't take that long to see it. 5 things. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. It shouldn't take you long. So once I see that, it takes me 2 or 3 seconds. Great. Now I move over to here, the numbers. Matter of fact, rule number 5 is make sure all the numbers are working in your favor. So as the evening progresses, you will see all 5 criteria, all the 5 rules. It's really not difficult at all. It was created for a 9-year-old little girl. In 2008, my 9-year-old daughter says to me, "Daddy, what are you doing? Can you teach me?" Now, out of all the things a dad would expect from a 9-year-old little girl, "Daddy, can we get a turtle? Daddy, can we get a bunny? Daddy, can you buy me a new dress? Daddy, can we have this? Daddy, can we have that?" No. "Daddy, can you teach me?" Think about it. 9-year-old little girl wants to learn how to invest in the stock market. Well, every night I talk to anywhere between 5 and 50,000 people, and a lot of them have no clue on how to invest in the stock market. But here a 9-year-old little girl wants me to teach her. Great. 5 rules. Are you ready? Wait a minute. Let's go with the 5 criteria first. She's 9 years old, so it has to be simple. Okay, we all get it. She's 9 years old. Has to be simple. Has to be safe, because if she loses money, guess what? Mama gets involved and Daddy's sleeping on the couch. So yeah, simple, safe, predictable, consistent, and no way for her to lose. You got that? Number 5, no way for her to lose? Yeah, I'm going to explain that. Hold on. All right, so that's the 5 criteria, the 5 rules. You ready? Number 1, never buy anything you do not want to hold on to long term, or you do not understand it. If you don't understand it, don't buy it. If you don't want to take it to the grave with you, don't buy it. If you don't want to hold it for the rest of your life and you don't understand it, don't buy it. It's simple. Don't understand, don't buy it. Okay? Not feeling good about the company, don't buy it. Never buy anything you don't want to hold on to long term. Rule number 2, never sell at a loss. It defeats the purpose of the game. And do not kid yourself, this is a game. Once you learn the rules, it's kind of like Monopoly. 4 green houses, 1 red hotel. Round and round, round you go. Stay away from jail. Collect $200. It's Monopoly. It's the same thing. It's just an adult game, an adult version, which means you need to learn the rules so that you can bend them and twist them so that you come out on top. Well, that's what I did for my 9-year-old daughter. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent, and no way for her to lose. So, rule 1, never buy something you don't understand. Rule 2, never sell at a loss. Rule 3, this one boggles my mind because it sounds so simple. And when you see people going against it, you think to yourself, what the hell are they thinking? So rule 3 is make sure the company is consistently profitable. You would think that would be a given, but you'd be so surprised. And I can almost guarantee there's going to be somebody here tonight who's going to ask me to look at a company that when I look at it and I show you the actual factual, they got to put that F word in there, factual numbers. What the hell are you thinking? If the company's not profitable, it's a no. Right off the bat, if the company's not profitable, it's a no. Why would I put my money into a company that's not making money? Rule 4, weekly options only. Rule 5, make sure all the numbers work. So as the evening goes, you can see everything, and everything's going to fit together like a glove, just like a good movie. Everything comes to get together at the end. The girl gets the guy, they kiss, they make up, they run off into the sunset, and everybody's happy. Yay! All right, so Google, let's check it out. The top, the bottom, look at the motion. What happened today? Now, this could be a good thing, or it could be a bad thing. It's always going to be dependent on perspective. What does that mean? Well, how are you looking at it? Is it an opportunity for you to jump in, or is it a wake-up call saying something's wrong, but there's got to be a reason for this right here? Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Google's not on my list, so I have no idea what this is. Did they miss earnings? What happened to make that drop? So here's another thing. Once you find out why that dropped, it could be a buying opportunity. What do I mean? Well, a buying opportunity is when you take what happens in the stock market and make a few adjustments so that it is in your favor. What do I mean? Well, here's where it was for the past couple of weeks. Some strange reason she made a big gap down. Well, gaps have a tendency to fill, which means most of the time that gap will fill, which means the stock will go back up. But when? That's one thing we don't know. So before I jump into Google, I want 2 days to the upside. And then on the third day, I will jump in. So today's the new 30-day bottom. All that means is now I pay attention and I see what happens tomorrow. So if she opens up higher tomorrow, that will be 1 day up. And then next Monday, possible 2 days up. And then if the investing gods are smiling down upon me, the third day would be Wednesday. And if Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, then I'd be jumping in on Wednesday. But I want 2 days up, and on the third day I'll jump in. So at this moment, Google's is a no. Because I don't buy at the bottom. But the bottom does intrigue me. And it only intrigues me because it gives me the possibility, because you've heard it over and over and over again. You make money in the stock market by buying low and selling high. Well, we have a new 30-day low. It hasn't been this low in 30 days. But to be on the safe side, I will wait for 2 up days, and on the third day, I'll jump in. Yeah, I'll miss a little bit of the growth. But missing a little bit of the growth, for me at this point in my life, I'm okay with it because I'm more focused on certainty and safety than I am on profitability. Okay, so I'm 62 years old. I'm already retired. I have my funds that I've collected over the years, and I invest them for a 1% return every single week. So if I get my 1% return, I want to make sure it's safe. If I buy this tomorrow, it could keep going down. Well, there's no guarantee that after 3 days up, it's going to keep going up. But gaps have a tendency to fill, and that's an opportunity here. Oh, it depends on how you like it. All right, so no to Google for today. What did we have next? Next, Yahoo. Yahoo, isn't that Y-A-H? Is that Yahoo? I haven't invested in Yahoo since the 2000s. Seriously. Can you explain the buying process? Slayjan, the buying process? If you're actually that new, I mean, seriously, if you're really that new, all right? There's nothing wrong with being that new because everybody was that new, totally oblivious at one point. So I'm not trying to make you feel bad, so don't think that. If you're actually that new, the best thing that you can do is to make a phone call to your broker and say, hey, I want to get started. Can you walk me through the first trades? Or find a mentor that will take you hand in hand and walk you one step at a time. Okay? But the buying process is pretty easy. If you like the stock, great. If it makes sense to you, wonderful. All right, if I wanted to buy it, I would just click right there. Okay, and the order pops up right there. And once the order pops up right there, let's get rid of this. Okay, once the order pops up, that little green line, that's the actual order to buy the stock. I decide, well, how many shares do I want to buy? And am I okay buying at this price? And if that's okay, well, then I hit the confirm and send button. Hit the confirm and send button once. Don't hit it twice, you hit it once. Once I hit the confirm and send button, it gives me the actual order. If I hit that button one more time, that automatically gets sent to the market maker and then they fill the order. But before I hit that button a second time, I want to read it out loud to make sure it makes sense to me. So Slay, after I do that, I read it out loud. What does it say and does it make sense? Buy 100 shares of Google at $319.83, limit order to open. Well, what does that mean? Well, that means I'm buying 100 shares. 100 shares of what? I'm buying 100 shares of Google right there, G-O-O-G. Well, what am I paying for it? Well, it's right there also, $319.83. LMT, what does that mean? LMT means limit order. I mean, this is what I want to pay. I don't want to pay $319.88. I want to pay $319.83. No higher. That's the limit. That's the limit I want to spend. And then to open, well, here's the thing about the stock market. Anytime you buy something or sell something, you're opening a position. So the first time it's always opening, but you eventually have to close that position. So you open a position, close a position. But what are you doing? Are you buying first to open and then selling to close? Or are you selling first to open the position and then eventually buying it back to close? But either way you do it, it's always three. Okay, it goes in three. Ready? Buy, sell, profit, loss. Okay, so you buy something, you sell something, it's either going to be a profit or a loss. But here's the thing. The profit or loss is always going to be the end result. But the first two can be switched around, which means you can buy first, then sell it to get a profit or loss. Or in the stock market, you can sell first and then buy it to create either a profit or loss. But all three has to come into play at some point. You open a position, you close a position, and that's either going to be a profit or a loss. Hopefully that made sense. What do you think, Slay? That make sense? Okay. Uh-oh. I knew I was getting too comfortable with my positions. I'm thinking to myself, I haven't looked at that piece of crap in a while, and someone just suggested me looking at it. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I want to show you the numbers, and you tell me what you think of it is. You ready? All right, so that's that one. It doesn't fit what we're looking for. We're looking for 5 good quality companies that actually make sense. I want to buy something. I want to sell something. I want to make a profit. I want to do it within 4 or 5 days. Weekly trading. That's what I want to do. I want to jump in, and I want to jump out. Now I'm 62, which means I was born in the 60s, raised in the 70s and the 80s. Yes, I'm what you call a Gen Xer. Dennis Mancini! What's happening, brother? I'm what you call a Gen Xer. We're a very strange bunch. Don't try to figure us out. We prefer to be left alone. We're just weird. Okay? It just is what it is. Okay, think about it. You grew up the way you grew up. That makes you you. I grew up the way I grew up because everybody else grew up the way I grew up when I was growing up. Okay? So my generation is my generation, and we're a weird bunch. Where was I going? Oh, back to that company. All right, so this one doesn't work for me. Let's take a look at something. You guys tell me what you think of it. All right, let's get this out of the way. Let's get rid of that. MSTY, Misty, hell no. Now, the reason I'm saying hell no to Misty, Well, it has nothing to do with the chart, even though that don't look very appetizing. I mean, look, that's down. I'm not saying no because of that, even though I should. I'm saying no because of this. August, September, October, January. Those are months of the year. Well, I only do weekly options because a monthly option, I can only trade it once a month. And I want weekly cash flow, which means I get two choices. I can do a monthly option and I can stare at this thing all day long. Yeah, that ain't going to work for me. I like to get in, I like to get out, and I like to spend less than 5 or 10 minutes a day. As a matter of fact, today I looked at 2 accounts, went through the whole thing in less than 11 minutes. So usually it takes a little bit longer. But when you know what you're doing and you're good at it, what am I looking for? Well, what did I buy? Well, that's easy. You should know what you bought. Okay, what did I buy? And then what did I sell? Where is it? Where is it going? And then what should I do? It's 5 questions I ask myself every single day. I have to open up my account. I look at my positions. I get 6 positions. Great. Number 1, what did I buy? What did I sell? Where is it? Where's it going? What should I do? Now, all my stuff has an expiration of the 24th of July, which is tomorrow. So everything in my account are going to expire tomorrow. So tomorrow at 2:30. Now, I don't log in the morning. I log in the afternoon because options expire. I want to take a look. What did I buy on Monday? What did I sell on Monday? Where is it right now? Where does it look like it's going? And what is the best decision for me to get to my goal? My goal is pretty simple. A 1% weekly return every single week. What do we have over here? What's this stat, please? All right, we got that one. Got that one. Got that one. What do we have down here? Do you have a specific time when you would rather put your orders? What if the third day it drops later in the day? Do you still buy? Okay, see, here's the thing. It's a great question. Now, his question was, I'm looking for 3 days up. Well, which one were we just on? We were on Google. All right. What his question was, 1, 2, 3. All right. All right. His question was, when you find the bottom, you got your 3 days up, 1, 2, 3. On the third day, what if it opens higher but then closes lower? Well, if it opens, I do it in the morning. So I get in the morning, and if it's up in the morning, I will jump in. If it drops, it's, oh well, because that's part of the game. And it is a game. You buy, you sell, and you hope that you're correct. Try to have everything in your favor. Is it a good company? That's number 1. Is it a good company? Then you take a look at the chart. Is it the right time to buy? Because stocks do 2 things. They go up, they go down. They go up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. That's all they do. So once it hits the bottom, and then you look, oh, look at this, 3 days up. Great. Do I jump in? Fine. What happens next? Well, that's anyone's guess. Nobody knows what's happening tomorrow. The only thing we can do is make sure we put as many attributes in our favor than not. So does it look good? Do I like this company? Am I going to be profitable? They're all simple questions. So we haven't found anything yet. Let's find another one. What do we got? Okay, ULTY. ULTY. Gonna press the button, take a quick look. How long does it take you to see it all? Hell no. The top, the bottom, where was it? Where is it? Look at this. No. Now, I'm not saying no just because of this. I'm saying no because of this. August, September, October, January, 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 January. No, I don't do monthly options. They just don't work for me. Now, remember where I'm coming from. I'm 62 years old. I'm retired. I have no desire whatsoever buying possibilities. What do I mean by that? Well, possibility and probability They sound very similar, close to the same amount of alphabets, letters in the alphabet. They start with a P, the end of the Lee, possibly, probably. Okay, possibly means this is possibly going to go turn around. But what is it probably going to do? Probably gives you a more definite, probably. It's probably going to happen. Anyway, that's the way I look at it. So no, I don't do monthlies. No. Hell, no. All right. However, you get the point across. No. All right. It's a cat. Interesting name. Digital real estate. Frat appeal. The wealthy play. Abood. Ayman. Ex U-Haul. Okay. Brian. J. Mark. What's going on? Thank you. Berto. Megan. Papa Slayer. Back again. Some names I just recognize over and over again. Madman, nice to see you. Cam, Kevin. All right, nice work. Good. Okay, why sell? Because we're trying to make profits. Clydesdale, Verizon, VZ. Ooh, what's going on there? Now, it should take you 2, 3, 4 seconds. What the hell is that? That's what we want right there. Verizon, VZ. The top, the bottom. Where was it? Where is it? Look at the motion. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up. What's going on right there? Before we go, Rule 5, the numbers. What do the numbers look like? 43.82. The closest strike price, 44, is paying 8.72. That's over 1.5%. Well, the numbers look good, but what's going on right here? I want to zoom in and get a closer look. So I want to take a look at the 1-year chart first. What does it look like? Okay, fine. It's not at the high of the year. It's not at the low of the year. Somewhere in between, right there. Not high, not low. Kind of like in between. All right, that works. But the numbers, my purchase price, my sale price, my profit, am I making my 1%, yes or no? Well, the numbers look good. But this, today and yesterday, what's going on there? Let's zoom in, take a look at the last 30 days. That's not enough. I need the glasses for this one. Don't get old, it's no fun. Well, some parts are fun, some parts aren't. All right, the 23rd, here we go. 30 days ago today, there it is. All right, 30-day high, 30-day bottom. Where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Down, down, up, down. So it's actually coming down now. We missed the opportunity with Verizon. Verizon's opportunity was 3 weeks ago. 1, 2, 3 days up. Put me right about there. So I would have been out right about there. I'm not going to bullshit you and say I would have caught the top. No, I don't catch tops. I'm not looking for tops, and I'm not looking for bottoms. I'm looking for bottom as an entry point. But once she goes up a certain point, I want to jump ship. I don't want to take it all the way to the top, because nobody ever knows where the top is. All right. How do dividends fall into your calculations? Burlasana, didn't we answer that question for you the other day? Let me show you how dividends come into the equation. All right. You see behind me? This is an EX dividend calendar. July 2026. Here's today, right here. Okay, all these little tiny green dots represent companies that are consistently increasing their profits, increasing their dividends, giving me more money, which is what I'm looking for. So, Dell, Nokia, Colgate, Palmolive, Caterpillar, Hormel, Micron, Cisco, General Electric, JP Morgan, Dollar General, The Gap, MasterCard, Delta Airlines, AT&T, Verizon. You've heard of most of these companies. How do the dividends fall in? Well, each one of these companies has a dividend. And I want to tell you something that took me a while. But once I figured it out, it's like stocks, good quality dividend stocks, have a tendency to increase in value or go up in price just before the dividend date. The dividend date is that little green dot. So if I want to catch the dividend, I buy it before the green date. But if I'm using my trading idea, I want to buy it not the day before. I want to buy it 2 weeks before the dividend. So if the dividend's the 28th, I want to go 2 weeks, and I want to do it on a Monday. 2 weeks prior to the dividend on a Monday. That gives the stock 2 weeks to make the move that I'm anticipating. So if I take Nokia, buy it on the 13th, I sell it for the same price I paid for it using the covered call, I can collect 1% for this week. If it hits my target on the 17th, I will get all my money back plus a little profit. If it doesn't hit my target, well, guess what? I do it again on Monday. I collect another 1 or 2%. If it hits my target on the 24th, I will get out with all my money plus profits from this week and this week. If it doesn't hit my target, I will do it for, what's that one? Ferris, thank you. If it doesn't do it again, for the third week, I will do it again. So covered call 1%, covered call 1%, covered call 1%, and the dividend. And I still get to keep the stock that I wanted to buy in the first place. So it's always going to come down to, do I like the company? Do I feel this is a good place to put my money? What's my thoughts on SPX? Ask me in 19 years and 7 months. Okay? All right, let's keep on going. Oh, let's see what all the naysayers have to say. I love naysayers. I do. All right, Verizon, we just looked at that one. How do the dividends fall? We already did that one. Rug Tunes, any dividend? No, not any dividend. Bubba Chunks, back again. Bubba Chunks, you were here last time. Happy man, thank you for that. Blessed listening. Greetings from North Korea. We did that one. Clyde, skip Verizon. Just check the chart. Loser. It's no good. Well, thank you for that. You want to jump on in? You can take care of everything else for me. Wally World. Who wants to take a look at Wally World? Who said that? WMT. Going to hit that button. Take a look at the chart. How long does it take you? Okay. The top, the bottom. Where was it? Where is it? Up, down. New bottom right there. So it's not a pick for this week, but maybe next week or the week after. Why? Well, take a look. The top is here. The bottom is there. And we're right here, and we're still dropping. Let me zoom in a little closer so you can see it. What do you think? She shoots up, your 30-day high. Now she's dropping. Where the bottom is, nobody knows. It could be the bottom today. Tomorrow could be the bottom. Hi, first time here. A lot to learn, but I'm ready. Happy me I am. Well, nice to see you. Thank you for stopping by. Keep an open mind. You're going to learn things that you weren't taught before, and you have to look at it from a different point of view, because we're no longer investing for annual rates of return. I'm investing for weekly rate of return. If I buy something on Monday, I want to be out on a Friday and see what my rate of return is for 1 week. Now, Vegas Knights, Google and Meta. Okay, let's take a look at Meta. He wants to take a look at Meta. M-E-T-A. There we go. We're going to say no to Meta also, only because that right there. It should take 2 to 3 seconds. Okay? The top, the bottom, where was it? Where is it? Follow where the money's going. But once you do that, that area right there, that is this week, last week, and the week before, right there. What was it doing? It's coming down. Let me zoom in. You can take a better look at it. Okay, why would I want to buy it if it's coming down? Drop, drop, droppity, drop, drop, drop. Yeah, no, thank you. I don't want to buy something as it's dropping. Happy I am. Thank you. Please, just do it once. Once is perfectly fine. You're clogging up the screen, and I can't see anything else. You got to give room for other people to make comments. Happy I am. Thank you. All right, thank you. Thank you. No, stop. Dude, if you keep doing it, I'm going to have to block you. Seriously. All right. All right. Hold on. Hold on. Come on. All right, that's better. Yes, I had to block you, dude, because I asked you, just do it once. You don't have to cloud up the whole screen. Who do we have over here? Jack. Jack, how you doing? Jack Bauer. Okay. Meta. All right, so Meta is going to be a no also. Drop, droppity drop. No, I don't want to buy anything as it's dropping. CoreWeave. CoreWeave. Is that CRWV? Is that right? CRWV? CRWV. Let me do this. CRWV. CoreWeave. I was right. Ooh. So, I'm not going to say yes or no to CoreWeave. It's not something that's on my radar, but someone asked me to take a look at it, so let's take a gander. Here's the top. Here's the bottom. Here's where it was. Here's where it is. Look at all the movement all over the place. But right there, that's the important one. Because that is 6 months ago. That's a year ago. That's 90 days ago. This is today and yesterday. What's happening here? What's happening now? Can I take advantage of it now? Let's find out. Wait a minute. Before we even bother with that, what do the numbers look like? If I'm buying it at 81.10, I'm going to sell it for 81. So here's one. I say this, and I laugh every time I say this one. I'm going to buy it, sell it for less than I paid for it, and walk away with a profit. I'm going to try to figure out how many people go, can you really do that? Yeah, I'm going to buy it, sell it for less than I paid for it, and still walk away with a profit. Check this out. You ready? All right, the current price, 81.10. So if I buy it 81.10, I'm selling it for 81. I'm losing 10 cents a share. Do I care? Not really once you take a look at the big picture. The big picture is buy it for 81.10, sell it for 81. I collect $1.74, not a lot, $1.74 per share. That's $174 per contract. But remember, I'm losing 10 cents, so I'm not walking away with 174. I'm walking away with 164. Okay, did you see that? Buy it for 81.10, sell it for 81, walk away with 164 bucks or somewhere in that area. So I'm going to buy it, sell it for less, and still walk away with a profit. I'm surprised more people don't get excited about that. So let's take a look at Bitcoin. Come on, dude. Bitcoin is not a stock. That's a no. Other YouTube channel is still black blank. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let's try and see if we can fix it. Other YouTube channel. Oh, yeah, well, that would do it, wouldn't it? Display capture. And there we go. And there it is. So that should fix it. Back to there. Okay, that should have fixed it. The Qs. All right. No. Hold. I like newbies. I really do. People that are new and they want to learn. I think it's great you want to learn. Fine. I'm going to teach you something. You might not like it. Okay? Number one, Bitcoin, BTC, is not a dividend stock. So that's a no. But QQQ, you sure you want to go down this rabbit hole? Because you're not going to be happy about it. QQQ is not something I would ever do. And there's a reason for that. So let's pull it up, QQQ. Then I'm going to show you something that you probably don't know. Because if you did, you wouldn't be asking me about the Qs. Okay, a couple of things. Number one, me personally, I don't do stocks over 400 bucks. This one's 691, and she's dropping. Right there's a no, but there's more to it than that, the 691. All right? 693, 691, okay, right there. So this one is going for 503. That's not 1%. Think about it. It's a math problem, okay? If I'm buying it for 691, I want to get at least $6.91 per share as a premium. Market maker's only offering me $5 per share. That's not 1%. That's a no. That's the second no. Number one, it's too high for me. That's number one. Number two, it's not offering me 1%. That's number two. Do you want to see number three? Number three is the big one. Big time loser. You ready? Here we go. And for this, we're going to go to Yahoo Finance. Didn't finish CoreWeave. Hey, Justice! I'll get back to that in a second. Right now, I'm on a roll with Qs. So we're going to drop this here. We're going to put in the Qs. Q over here. Now, let me explain briefly what we're looking at now. Now, behind me, let's get rid of that thing. I don't want to see advertising. What the hell? There it is right there. Okay, what we're looking at here behind me is Yahoo Finance. If you're serious about investing, you need to have at your fingertips a financial website to find information that's not readily available. So you need to know where to look. I use Yahoo Finance. I've been using it for over 20 years. I know where everything is, so it makes it easier for me. So first thing I want to look at, Invesco, QQQ Trust, QQQ. Yay! So what I want to look for specifically are the dividends, and then I want to look at every single dividend that they've paid out, and the reason for that is simple. It is so simple. The dividend is a portion of the company's profits that they give back to the investors. So if I buy QQQQ, I am entitled to a portion of their profits, a portion of their dividend. So if I buy the stock, I get a dividend. Now, if the company is profitable, the profits go higher and higher, the dividends go higher and higher. But it works the other way also. If the profits start going down, that's right, you guessed it, so do the dividends. So if the dividends consistently increasing, that means they're consistently profitable. If the dividends are going down, that means they're losing money. It's actually that simple. Jaden, you sent $500. I'm totally clueless. So what do you mean by that? Because I never received $500 from anyone. Uh-oh. What is that? Oh, prove that I'm human. All right, I'm human. I'm a meat potato. All right. Back to where I was. Right. Uh-oh. All right. Right here. Here we are. Okay. So, back to the Qs. Are you ready? I'm going to take a look at all the dividends that they've ever paid out. If they're consistently profitable, that number will get higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. But it doesn't, because the Qs are not consistently profitable. Don't take my word for it. It's a numbers game. If the numbers increase, that means the profits are increasing. If the numbers are decreasing, that means the profits are decreasing. Robert, I wish I could understand your method. Now, Robert, I feel really, really bad. I don't mean to insult you in any way, shape, or form. Robert, I got something specially for you. I'm going to show it to you in like 2 minutes as soon as I finish up with this example. All right, don't go anywhere, Robert. You might not like it, but it's kind of important that you see it. All right, so sit tight for a second. So, back to you, Mr. BLSH Invest. BLSH Invest. Okay, you ready? The Qs. Let's see how profitable they are. Now, I'm going to go back 20 years because 20 years is 2 decades. I say when I invest, I want to look at companies that have been consistently profitable for at least 2 decades. You ready? Here we go. 20 years ago was 2006. I need the glasses to see this because believe it or not, it is a 5-foot, it's a 60-inch TV and it's 5 feet away. Watch this. I'm going to touch the screen. Okay, watch it. Okay, say I'm touching the screen with my hand. It is literally 5 feet away and I still need the glasses. Don't get old. It's no fun. Parts of it are fun, But when the body starts falling apart, I need glasses, I get aches and pains, my hair's migrating. Getting old's no fun. Some parts. All right, so anyway, let's take a look. Now we're going to take a look at just the profits, just the dividends. Are they increasing or are they decreasing? They're all numbers and they're not mine. You ready? 2006, 2.9. 2.6. 2.3. Now, come on, really? 29, 26, 23, that's going backwards. 29 to 26 is a 10% drop. 26 to 23 is another 10% drop. Drop, droppity drop. That doesn't work for me. You're either making money or you're losing money. There's no ifs, ands, and buts. It's a yes, it's a no. It's hot, it's cold, it's high, it's low. It's yes, it's no. Are they profitable? No. If you're going backwards, it's not profitable. Okay, let's take a look. Hold on. Lower, lower, higher. Lower, higher, lower, higher, lower. It goes down about the same amount of times as it goes up. Let's keep going. Let's do some more. 2008. Lower, higher, lower, higher, higher, lower, lower, higher, lower, higher, lower, higher, lower. You see the problem I'm having with the Qs? Hold on. We're only on 2010. We got another 16 years to go. So let's go up to here. 2011. Lower, higher, lower, higher, 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 lower, higher, lower, higher, higher, lower, higher. I'm going to say no, and I'm going to quit right here because it seems to be going down as much as it's going up. If the company is more profitable, the dividends will increase. If the company starts being less profitable, the dividends decrease. It's a numbers game. You make more money, we all get more money. You make less money, we all get less money. I don't do the Qs, they're not consistently profitable, but hold on. You think that's bad? It gets worse. It really, really does. The Qs. Let's check this out. Watch this. The summary. We're going to look at the summary, and the summary is going to give us some numbers that you're not going to like. All right, the summary for the Qs. Here we go. Well, here's the number I want you to see. The yield. Now, do you understand what the yield is? Well, we got a CD yield of 1.2%. Oh, we got a CD yield of 0.5%. Well, we got a yield of this. That means that's your rate of return. What are all the profits divided by what you're paying per share? So you take all the dividends they made in 1 year, that's your share of the profits, you divide it by the share price, which is at this moment $693, and that gives you a rate of return for the year, and they call that the yield. Y-E-I-L-D, the yield. So let's take out the yield for the Qs. Are you ready? Whoops. We need to do that. Now that's pretty good if you think about it. Check that out. 41%. I guess I was wrong. I was wrong about the Qs. 41%. Or was I? The yield for the Qs is 0.41%. Dude, it's not even 0.5%. Okay, inflation is over 3%, and you're putting your money into the Qs, and the Qs are paying you a whopping 0.41%. Now, I don't have to go to college to know that 0.41%, not even 0.5% per year, is really not that good. I mean, I could get my 6-year-old grandson to say, Papa G, that's horrible. Think about it. You're investing your money into the Qs, and the Qs are paying 0.41% yield for the year. And you think that's good. I'm going to say hell no. So, Robert, I got something for you. You ready? Sit tight, Robert. What do we have here? Old, but you are active. I like it. Thank you. Yes, I do. Believe it or not, I still play soccer. 62 years old, and I still get on the soccer field and still play. Not as good as I once was. It takes me longer to recuperate, but I still get out there. All right, let's get rid of this. So I'm going to say no to the Qs because they're just not consistently profitable. That's it. So, for you, my dear friend, what was his name? Uh-oh, everything moved. Everything moved. Discipline. Thank you for that. Meta. Okay, good. All right, this is for Robert G. Robert G, are you ready for this? Now, Robert G, don't take this as an insult. You're not going to like it, but here we go. Sometimes it's uncomfortable truths you need to know to make you feel like crap, to make you reevaluate. Ooh, what was that? That was cool. All right, so here we are on my YouTube website, The 10-Minute Trader. Look at that, 2,200 videos. 2,200 videos. What I want to show you specifically for you, Robert, are you ready? Videos, oldest videos. Here we go, Robert.
Hi, I'm Jake, and as you being part of my internet website club thingy, which my dad didn't like me calling that. I don't like that, but I do.
That's my 9-year-old daughter. When she asked me, Daddy, can you teach me?
Stocks that I'll be trading, and every month you'll be getting 4 lists of stocks that you can choose from.
And that's me. 18 years ago. Look at all the hair I have. My favorite part's coming up. Hold on. Yeah. Cheers. Okay. Now, the reason I show you that, Robert, is because what I am showing you, what I'm giving you this evening was created, not for you, you bonehead, get out of the way. For my 9-year-old daughter. She asked me, said, Daddy, can you teach me? So my 9-year-old daughter wanted to learn. I had to make it fun. That's why we did all kinds of weird, goofy stuff. If you watch some of the videos from, 15, 18 years ago, you'll see I did some crazy stuff. Because how do you keep a 9-year-old entertained? So for my 9-year-old, simple, safe, predictable, consistent, no way for her to lose. There were simple rules. Never buy anything you don't understand. Never sell at a loss. Make sure the company's consistently profitable. Okay, Hayes. Okay, QQQs are not profitable. I'm not even going to waste my time with it. Vegas Knights, Meta, same thing. No. Simple. What was I saying? Never buy something you don't want to own. Never sell at a loss. Make sure it's consistently profitable. Do you remember that part where I said someone's going to ask me about something that's not consistently profitable? The Qs are not consistently profitable. Weekly options only, and make sure all the numbers work. It's 5 simple rules for a 9-year-old. I like to think that you can be able to absorb it. Never buy anything that's not profitable. It's easy if you stick to the list. And the list, it's not my list. It's someone else's list. Okay? What are the companies that are consistently profitable? Well, list number 1, the Dividend Kings. 5 decades of increased profits. Dividend Aristocrats, 25 years, increased profits. Dividend Champions, 25 years, increased profits. Dividend Contenders, 10 to 24 years, increased profits. And then anything on Warren Buffett's list. It's not that difficult. Let's keep on going. Fauci. What's happening, Fauci? Okay. All right, the Qs are going to be no. Meta's a no. Didn't finish CoreWeave. I didn't finish CoreWeave. Why is it that I didn't finish CoreWeave? CRWV. You're right, I didn't finish CoreWeave. Check it out. Top, bottoms out, shoots up, 81.10. The 81s go for 174. Yeah, that sounds good. Let's do this one. This will be the first one we do tonight. Who came up with this one? Justice. Thank you for that, Justice. Sometimes I have to be reminded when the first things to go is the old noodle. All right, so we're going to do the 81s. 81, right there. There it is. One contract. There it goes. And this is what it should look like. This is what it should sound like. By one covered call, CoreWeave, CRWV, 24 July. Whoa, no. That's one day. We're not going to get 1% for one day. Really? Let's check it just for the fun of it. Because this expires tomorrow. All right. 178 is the profit. 7,900 is the investment. Calculator is going to tell us whether or not what kind of a profit that is for one day. lucky. What's happening? All right, the 178. 178. We're going to divide that by the cost of the trade, including commissions and fees. 79.22. It's like a little bit less than $8,000. But is it going to give me for one day? Because remember, this is expiring tomorrow. Holy shit. 2.2% for one day? What do you think, Justice? 2.2% for one day? Check it out right there. 2.2% for one day. One covered call, CoreWeave, CRWV, 24 July, 26, that's tomorrow. The 81 call option, the stock is currently at 81.05. So I'm buying it 81.05, selling it for less than I paid for it, 81, walking away with a 2.2% profit for one day. If that makes sense. I'm going to save this one because that makes sense. Oops. There we go. That's what I wanted to save right there. All right. Next, that's number one. We look for 5 every day. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of that. Let's go back to there. Let's go over to here and let's do some reading. Oops. There we go. CoreWeave. And there it is. One covered call. CoreWeave. CRWV. 24 July. That's tomorrow. The $81 call option. Here's the profit, 178. Here's the investment, 79.22 for 2.2% for one day. And here's the catch. If you actually like the company. That's it. Do you like the company? It's a yes or a no. All right, so 2.2%. CoreWeave. $2.2, and this is CRWV. Next, we're going to come up with 4 more. 4 more. What else do we got? Walmart. Ron, we already did Walmart. Okay, Harry Brook. Okay, that's, hold on a second. That's 4X. Sorry, Harry, I don't do that. iPanda, Rule 4, weekly options only. Harry, I don't do 4X, but thank you. Alexander, take a look at Oust. Okay, Oust. O-U-S-T. O-U-S-T. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Oh, interesting. Interesting. You ready? The top, the bottom. Where was it? Where is it? Up, down, up, down. What's going on right there? 37.69. The 37.50s. 25 to 245. That, you could get it out of there. Yeah, you could. Let's take a look at that one. If the numbers are okay. 30 days, right there, the 23rd. Okay, so we petered out today. Take a close look. There's the high, the low. Where was it? Where is it? Down, up, down, up, down. So yesterday and today, down, down. Okay, so we got 2 days up. The third day, it did go higher. Somebody asked me this earlier. What happens if the stock goes higher on day 3 but then drops? Well, yeah, I would be into it at 42. Now it's at 37. So I'm not going to lie to you and tell you that I wouldn't, because I would. There's the bottom, 2 days up. There's one, there's two. Third day, if it's higher than here, I'll jump in, and it did go higher. So yeah, I would have jumped in, which means I'd be here now. Is what it is. Do they all work? No, they don't all work. But here's another thing. Remember, here's the thing. Well, here's another thing. Rule 1, never, ever, ever buy something you do not want to own. So if I do not want to own, oust, I wouldn't be looking at it. But I am looking at it. What do the numbers look like? 30, 37, 69. So the 3750s, 25 to 245. It's going to be a no only because of this right here, because she's starting to drop again. But other than that, do you like the company? Kevin, the earnings were bad. Okay. Alexander Wolf, W-U-L-F. W-U-L-F. Now, I'm going to be honest with this also. It kind of makes it sound like I lie all the time, because when I say I'm going to be honest with you, it makes it sound like, well, other than now, I've been lying. I don't lie anymore because I'm at that point in my life where my memory is not as good as it used to be. So I don't lie because I can't remember all the lies, so I just tell you the truth. And most people don't like the truth, and it's like, oh, well, I could lie to you, but I would forget the lie, and then when I tell you the truth later, you'd be double mad, number one, because I lied to you, and then number two, because the lie made you feel a way that was inconsistent with the reality, and it was, ugh. So I just don't do it anymore. So anyway, here we go. Wolf is not on my list. I have no idea who they are or what they do. Somebody suggested it. I get this comment all the time. Why are you showing something that you would do? Because this is not what I would do. This is what you guys like. Okay, so I'm showing you what you guys like and what it looks like using my strategy. Because my strategy is very particular. I only want companies that are consistently profitable and that consistently increase their dividends and have weekly options. Wolf, well, let's check it out. Here's the top. Here's the bottom. Here's where it was. Here's where it is. I get a little uncomfortable when something is at $4, jumps up to $30, and comes back down to $20. Went from 4 up to 30. Now it's down to 20. Okay, so I'm a little uncomfortable there, but let's take a deeper look. The last 30 days. All right, so 30 days ago, here's the top. She drops, finds the bottom last Friday, Monday higher, Tuesday higher, Wednesday higher, Thursday higher. So there it is right there. The $20 is going for 48. That's over 2.5%. If you like this company, and it's always going to come back to that. No matter how you slice it, it comes up peanuts. Remember that commercial? No matter how you slice it, it comes up peanuts. No matter how you slice it, it looks good. But do you like the company? And are they consistently profitable? I don't know anything about the company, so I'm going to cut my short. You know what? We got time. Let's take a gander. Let's go over to Yahoo Finance, put in Wolf, W-U-L-F, and check out the numbers, okay? Hell no. The chart looked good, but the numbers tell me no. Why was it so quick to a no? You want to know why it was so quick to a no? Earnings per share. How much money are they making? Negative $2.59 means they're losing money. No, sorry, no, next. That's why it's important to have at your fingertips a financial website and how to use it. Earnings per share, that means how much money is coming in opposed to how many investors that they have. Well, all the investors that they have, they're still losing $2.59 per share. That's not good. No. Next. Get used to that word. Next. Sorry about that, Alexander. Earnings guidance. Clyde, thank you for that. I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. Earnings was bad. Thank you there, Kevin. Nick, thank you that. Waste too much money. Thank you for that. Richard Bloom, they waste money on AI. It's possible. No. Third day considered as confirmation. That's just for me. I think the third day from the bottom back up, I think that makes sense for me. You have to decide what makes sense to you. Is 1 day up good? 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days? What do you need to see in order for you to say, you know what? I like this company. They're turning around. Now they're going up. How many days is it? For me, it's 3. Lisa G. What's happening? Hey, James. Is it worth it to dollar cost average on TSLL? Now, I actually have some TSLL, okay, just to be honest with you. And my stock is down from where I bought it. We're down here now. I have no intention of getting rid of it. But to dollar cost average, that is a decision only you can make. Big Robert! What's happening, Big Robert? Nice to see you again. You have to ask yourself the question, is this a company that I like, and am I willing to hold this to the long term and never, ever, ever sell at a loss? So that's a question only you can answer. Okay, what do we have down here? I always get one of these guys. Always do. Mr. Premium of Options, what delta are you selling? When you are rolling, what percentage profit do you take? What other Greeks are you looking at? What about cash secured puts? It's a lot of questions. Well, let's take them one at a time. Number one, I'm giving to you for free a trading strategy I created for my 9-year-old daughter. It's simple, it's safe, it's predictable, it's consistent, and it averages me over 1% every single week. Yeah, I know that's over 50% a year. Nobody gets 50% a year, so I've heard it all before. Cash secured puts, yes, I do them. But I'm not going to teach them here. I'm already giving you something for free. I have to draw the line somewhere. Now, when it comes to the Greeks, the alpha, the beta, the vega, the theta, the rho, all that kind of stuff, I don't even bother with them. And there's a reason why I don't bother with them. But here's the thing. The Greeks have a time and place. Just like Plato said 2,000 years ago, there's a time and place for everything under heaven. There is. There's a time and place for everything. For the strategy here, covered calls, the Greeks got nothing to do with it. I look at simplicity. Let's go back to simplicity. Okay? When I say simplicity, is that the 30-day high? It's a yes-no question. There is no other way of looking at it. 30 days ago, there's the 30-day high. Where is the 30-day bottom? Again, there's no way of misinterpreting what you're seeing. The 30-day bottom is right here. The Greeks have nothing to do with 30-day top, 30-day bottom. Greeks got nothing to do with that whatsoever. Now, from the 30-day bottom, is it bouncing going up? Yes, it is. How many days? 4. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. The Greeks have nothing to do with that. Question number 1. Never buy anything you do not want to own long term. Hold on, I'm not done yet. Okay, can't change the question until I finish it. Number 1, never buy anything you don't want to own long term. So if I like the company, I will look at it and I will dissect it. Does it make sense? Yes or no? The Greeks have nothing to do with that. Okay, what is the current price? The current price, $20.05. Again, the Greeks have nothing to do with that. If I buy it for $20.05, I can sell it for less than what I paid for it, $20, pick up 48 cents. You take the 5 cents that I'm losing off of that. Well, now I'm walking away with 43 cents. And 43 cents on a $20 stock is over 2%. Again, the Greeks have nothing to do with it. It's high, drops, it's going back up. The Greeks have nothing to do with it. So trying to teach a 9-year-old about the Greeks was a pointless endeavor. So I had to come up with a strategy that had nothing to do with the Greeks. Now, as an adult, to complicate things to make me feel better about my situation, yeah, I'll throw the Greeks in there for adults who want to feel like they're smarter. Because think of it this way. A 9-year-old doesn't need complexity to make it work because it works without complications. But adults want to throw crap in there. Well, what are the Greeks? Well, what's the Fibonacci retracement? What's the RSI look like? What's the MACD telling me? What about the 200-day moving average crossover? All that crap. Yeah, it has its time and place. For this strategy, none of that matters. What's the 30-day high? What's the 30-day low? Is it going up or is it not? I ask myself 5 questions every single day. What did I buy? Well, I bought Wolf at 20.05. Question 2, what did I sell? I sold the $20 call option, picked up 48 cents. That's 2%. Great. What did I buy? What did I sell? Where's it at now? Well, it's at 20.05. Where does it look like it's going? It looks like it's going up. Number 5. The first 4 questions are exact. No way to mess up those answers because they're factual numbers. What did I buy? Wolf, 20.05. Where is it? Well, right now it's at 20.05. What did I sell? I sold the 20s. Where is it? It's right here. Where does it look like it's going? Right there. Those are all factual. What's not factual is question number 5. What should I do next? What I buy, what I sell, where is it, where's it going, what should I do? So, I bought it here, sold it here, it's going up like this, what should I do? I should do absolutely nothing, because if it's over 20 by Friday's close, I get all my money back and I get the profit. The Greeks have nothing to do with this particular strategy. Now, the Greeks do have their time and place, but for this strategy, no time, no place. Now, adults like to throw the Greeks in there because they want it as complicated as possible because it makes them feel smart. That's it. You want to feel smart? Make it complicated. Once you get it, hey, it's complicated. Yes, because I'm smart. For a 9-year-old, it's simple, it's safe, it's predictable, it's consistent. That's it. There's no complexity whatsoever. It takes discipline to not get distracted by all the little shiny objects, such as the Greeks, such as the Fibonacci, such as the RSI, such as the retracement lines, I could go on and on and on. I don't use the Greeks in this strategy. There are places where I do use the Greeks, but not here. Okay, pumpkin, there we go. Yes, that's it, smile. All right, so that being said, Jared, nice to see you. Who do we have here? Apple! What's happening, Apples? And what is this one, Peter? Pete Argo. It looks like Peter, but Pete Argo. Nice to see you there, Pete. All right, let's keep on keeping on. 3rd day considered as confirmation. Yes, thank you. Lisa G, thank you for that. Let's go take a look at TSLL. I actually have some of it. Oh, wait a minute. Let's do Wolf. Just for the fun of it. We're going to do Wolf because it looks good. And that's all we're doing. We're looking for things that look good. You now have the burden to fact check. Does it make sense to you? Does it fit what you're looking for? This is not a recommendation. This is not a tip. This is entertainment and this is observation. Somebody asked me to look at it. I looked at it. I plugged in the numbers. This is what the numbers say. It's not what I'm saying. I'm just reading the numbers. You interpret it the way you think is right for you. It is not a tip. It's not advice. The only advice I give is don't stick your head out too far. It might go home in another car. I thought that was funny the first time I heard it. Brian, nice to see you. Jaden, I have no idea what sent $500 means. I have no idea what that means. Send me a DM, go to the top left-hand corner, click on that right there, little envelope, send me a message. Yeah, what does that mean? I don't understand what that means. All right, so let's do this one. Glasses. I hate that shit. Hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it. I didn't need glasses when I was younger. Covered call, there we go. The 20, there it is. One covered call. Wolf, here's Johnny. Johnny, tell me what is one. Well, Bill, we got Wolf. WLF. 24 July. Why am I doing this July? That's like tomorrow. Shouldn't we be doing next week? Anyway, 24 July, that's tomorrow, the $20 call option. 48 is the profit. 1952 is the investment. Don't ask me if I remember 1952. I wasn't there. 48 is the profit. The investment. 1,952 is the cost of the trade, including commissions and fees. Okay? Now think of it this way. Now you may think we're buying and selling stocks. Well, that's what you might be doing. Me, I'm creating weekly cash producing assets. It just so happens that my asset this week is called Wolf. That doesn't mean I'm buying it. I'm just saying. I look at it as if I'm creating a weekly cash producing asset because I have the ability to catch money from this every single week. That's why I want a weekly optionable stock so I can get money every single week. So 2.4%. Yeah, we'll save this one. Get this out of the way. 2.4%. Why not? For one day. So that's two good ones. How often do we get two good ones for one day? Not very, I tell you that much. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Back to that. Back to this. Let's do this one. You ready? Wolf! There we go. There it is. W-U-L. Oh, let's do this. W-U-L-F. One covered call. Wolf. 24 July. That's tomorrow. The $20 call option. Look at the stocks at 1992 now. Wait a minute. No, it's at 2013 now. 2013. That's the bid. That's the ask. 2013. All right. So I'm going to sell it for 20, less than I paid for it. Pick up $48 per contract. It's very important you understand it. Per contract. One contract, $48. 100 contracts, $480. Oh, I mean, that's 10 contracts, $480. 1,000 contracts, ugh, numbers get bigger. All right, here's my investment. What was it, 2.4 or 2.2? It was 2.4, wasn't it? 2.45? 2.45. Nice. $2.4 Wolf. Yay! Oh, I forgot to move it. Damn it. All right, I'll move it next time. That's two. We need to come up with three more. What else do we got? So, Mr. Premium. Hope that made sense. What delta? We already did that one. He's got another question after this. So, when selling, is it at the money, in the money, one strikeout, 2, 3? Okay. Mr. Premium, great question. He wants to know, when I'm selling the covered call, do I do in the money, at the money, or out of the money? Good question. It's a numbers game. That's it. It's a numbers game. What did I buy it for? What does the ITW look like, the OTW, the ATW? What do they all look like? Which one is the safest trade for me this week? Now remember, I don't want to own anything long term, but I want to go into it as if I was going to hold it long term. So if I was going to hold it long term, I would do whatever strike price makes the most sense for my goal. Here you are, 64 in 15 pairs of readers. I thought I was funny. I got 4 pair of glasses. Okay, so I always have one somewhere. Okay, when I go someplace, I always carry 2 pair of glasses with me because I'm always losing them. And you know what's nice about it nowadays, Pete, is that I buy my glasses online. These things are only $13 and they're prescription. So anytime I lose them, I just go to where I buy them. I said, all right, send me another pair. I don't have to do anything. Just send me another pair because they have the prescription already online. It's another $13. Okay, fine. No, I don't go for those Ray-Bans. I don't do those expensive glasses because I lose them. If I was one of those people that buy one pair, have them for the rest of my life, then yeah, I would buy me a pair of really nice, really expensive glasses because I'd hold it for the rest of my life. No, that's not me. They didn't call me grubby for nothing growing up. I break things, I lose things, I come home filthy. Yeah, so yeah, cheap pair of glasses, I break them. Big deal, it's only $13. Let me order another one. Okay, next. So hopefully that made sense, Mr. Premium, of the options. Okay, I have a strategic plan that I'm looking for. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent, 1% per week. Now, I understand there are a lot of trading strategies that I could do. If I sat in front of my computer, I could make a shit ton of money. But that's not my goal at this point in my life. This point in my life, I want to spend time with my kids, but my kids are working. So I have to create something that has enough money so I can retire my kids and hang out with my kids and my grandkids, and they don't have to work. We just all hang out and do stuff all the time. I'm not there yet, but that's what I'm working towards. Okay? All right. What do we have next? Netflix, Tesla. Ooh, wait a minute. Where were we? Brent. I'm not quite sure, Brent, you really want me to take a look at SCHD. All right, where was I? Where was I? Oh, wow, all these questions I missed. I'm sorry, guys, I missed all these questions. Let me go back to them. Walmart, we already did Walmart. We're not doing any, uh-oh. I have to tip my tongue. I'm seeing it in my head. And I'm not quite, it has to do with money. Oh, shit. It'll come to me in a minute. Forex. All right, yeah, I'm not doing any Forex, so don't ask about Forex questions. I knew I'd get it eventually. Earnings guidance. Clydesdale. Earnings. Sometimes I pay attention to it. Most of the time I don't. Because I've seen earnings that are positive and stocks drop. I've seen earnings that are negative and stocks shoot up. So sometimes I pay attention to them, but most of the time I don't. I always go with rule number 1 and rule number 2. Do I really like the company? Do I want to buy it, own it for the rest of my life? That's very important to me. It's either yes or it's a no. I either like it or I don't. So the earnings, I don't really pay attention to them a lot. Let's keep on going. Mr. Nick, Masseur, wasted too much money. Terribly sorry there, dude. Richard Bloom, how you doing? All right, got that one. Third day cake, got that one. Lisa G, we got that one. Oh, so Lisa G, let's take a look at TSLL. Now, Lisa, I do have some TSLL, and I've made a lot of money with TSLL. I have. But what happened today? See, that sticks out like a sore thumb. When you know what to look for when you're looking at a chart, remember those 5 things? The top, the bottom, where was it, where is it, what's the motion look like? Once you see that, that part's easy. What sticks out next is what's happening today, yesterday, and the day before, and that's right here. So TSLL had a big, huge gap down today. I think that's great. Do you know why? Because the option I sold on it for this week is going to expire worthless. Then I could dollar cost average some more if I wanted to, and then sell another one for next week. iBreezy, Procter & Gamble, love the company. I do. Over 100 years old, more than 5 decades, increased profits. Procter & Gamble's always on my list if the numbers work and if the chart looks good. We'll take a look at that in a minute. But right here, we're on TSLL. All right, so what's happening with TSLL and why did it drop so big today? Well, let's zoom in. Right there. Here's your last 30 days. Here's the top. Here's the bottom. Look at the momentum. And a big, huge gap down. Not only the gap down am I looking at. You see this blue down here? Well, these blue lines down here represent volume. How many people buying and selling. Well, I want to show you something that probably nobody's ever shown you before. Okay? So, Mr. Premium, see if this makes sense to you and let me know if someone's ever showed you this before. I first want you to pay attention to this right here. The bid and the ask. The bid and the ask is what you can buy for and what you can sell for. And the difference between the two is called the spread. And the spread is what the market maker creates as his profit. So the market maker is that one person you got to keep your eye on because he's a little tricky bastard. He is. So watch this. The bid and the ask is a 1 penny difference. So we're talking about 1 penny. So every share that trades, the market maker gets 1 penny. Doesn't sound like a lot. Hold on a second. All right, we're going to go here. We're going to open up this chart here. And then we're going to zoom in to this right there. And then we're going to put TSLL, okay, right here. All right, so first thing I want to point out, okay, we got the top, we got the bottom, we got the flow, we got the dividend, okay? That's not what I want to show you. What I want to show you is this down here, the blue lines. See the blue lines? Okay, that represents the average volume. Now, this is something nobody usually teaches you, but I'm going to show you something because I have no idea why I had that big drop today. But I want to show you why that big drop is important to one person and only one person. You ready? Okay. So the average volume right here. Let's take a look. Take my cursor, put it right there. There's the number right there. 51 million shares trade on an average day. See, look at these are all average days. 51 million shares. Doesn't mean anything to you and me, but it means something to the market maker. Because remember, the market maker makes 1 penny for each share that's traded. Watch it. Wait. It's all going to come together in a second. Hold on. Each share that's traded, the market maker gets 1 penny. So we need the calculator. And we said it was what? 48 million shares. Is that right? 48? Yeah, right about 48. All right, so we get the calculator. 1 penny multiplied by 48 million shares. Okay, so clear that. 1 penny, 0.01 multiplied by 48 million comes to a grand total of, you ready for this? 480,000. Hold on, I'm going to write this one down for you to grasp it. All right? On a normal average day, 480,000. Okay? On an average day, the market maker for TSLL makes 480,000. What happened today? Well, I don't really know what happened today, but I know what the number looks like right there. Something happened. So, how many shares traded today? 215 million. So let's put it to the calculator. All right. 215 million multiplied by 0.01, because that's what the market maker makes per share. All right, so 2.15 million. 2.15 million. Okay, that's what the market maker made today. So here's the thing when it comes to the market maker. The market maker is the person, one person, who knows what we don't know. There's 6 numbers every single day that are important. The opening price, the high, the low, the close, the volume, the range. Okay? The opening price, high, low, volume, range. Wait a minute. High, open. Hey, all right. Open, high, low, volume, close, range. Okay? 6 numbers. Out of those 6 numbers, only one is created by one person, and that is the opening price of the day. The opening price of the day is controlled by the market maker. The market maker wakes up one day, he stubs his toe, he gets a flat tire, he misses the train, somebody kicks him in the shins, he's having a terrible day. He's going to drop it down. Yeah, that's the way it works. Okay, if he's having a good day, he'll do something to help him make money. So what happened today to make the stock drop the way that it did? I don't know. But it was worth $2.15 million to the market maker. My favorite is where they get the earnings report, and the earnings report gets 4 little words. We missed our target. So we missed our target. Well, now he takes it from this price and drops it down to there because he missed the earnings. But what happened? What happens is he created some news event that created a lot of people buying and selling. Now, were they selling to avoid a loss? Is that where all that volume came from? Is that where the volume came from? People were afraid of losing, so they jumped out? Or was that people saying, oh, that big, huge drop? Yeah, I'm going to buy some. So is that buyers or is that sellers that made up all that volume? Because the volume average was 49 million. But today it's over 200 million. Who profited from that? The market maker did. Did you know that? Did you know that? The market maker is the only person in charge of the opening price of the day. Everything else we create. We create when it's too high. We create when it's too low. We buy, it goes up. We sell, it goes down. Volume, that's us. What it closed at, well, that's the last trade that we made. Every number that you see, the open, the high, the low, the close, the volume, the range, that's all created by us. Only one number is created by the market maker, and that's the opening price of the day. Let's get out of this and go to what is next. Come on, we need a couple more. We got 2 so far. Here we go. Next. All right, let's get out of this. Let's go back to that. Let's go back to this. Next. Hopefully that made sense. All right, next. Let's do this. Cindy! How's you? Oh, hut. Hut. Isn't that finger hut? H-U-T. H-U-T. Hut 8. Interesting. Now, I don't know much about this, but look at the chart. The top of the bottom, where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Up, down, up. That's a nice move right there. I'm looking at that move right there. The top, she pulls back. Here's your bounce right there. Does that make sense? 117.67. The 118 is 167. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-oh. What's that? Laren Russell. Micron, really? No, Laren, I'll take a look at it, but I can tell you right now it's a no. I don't buy anything over $400. All right, so this one looks interesting. Covered call. Glasses. Covered call right there. We're going to do the 118s. There it is. Here it goes. Let's see what it looks like. One covered call, HUT, 24 July. That's tomorrow. The 118 call option. 301's the profit. 11,500 is the investment. What do those numbers look like? Well, let's figure this out. Calculator. 301 is the profit. We're going to divide it by the cost of the trade, including commissions and fees. That's a big bend. Then we're going to divide it by that, which is 11,499. Comes to a grand total of 2.6. 2.6% for one day. If you like this company. Let's find out. 2.6. Let's clean up the computer a little bit. Go on to the next one. Get rid of that. Go back to that. Here we are, 2.6. There it is. And here we go. There it is. Right there. 1 uncovered call, HUT, Hut 8, Hut. 24 July, that's tomorrow. The 118 call option. Well, look at the price right now. The price is 118.30. So I'm actually buying it, selling it for less, walking away with a profit, 2.3%, if that makes sense. .3% HUT. That's number 3. We need 2 more. Come on, come on, come on. Now touch me, baby. Can't you see that I am not afraid? What was that promise? Okay, what do we got now? Now. We got Corey, Herberto, Robert, Corey, Green Dragon, Buddy King from the 919, Just Kevin, Papa G, Jana. Ooh, Jana, how are you today? Brian, what's poppin'? Okay, what's your thoughts on SPX? My thoughts on SPX is I'm not going to look at that for a couple of years. This thing's only a couple of months old. They haven't produced any products. They haven't produced any profits. And no, sorry, dude, it's just too new. So when selling, is it at the money, in the money? I'm sorry, I get that one right. I can't read that, dude. Voitwoy? Is that right? W? What the hell is W? W. All right, let's go here. W. What is W? We'll get it. W. There it is. Wayfair. Okay. Wayfair. If you like Wayfair, I'm going to say no only because I looked at the chart real quick. 2 to 3 seconds. The top, the bottom. Where was it? Where is it? Up, down, up, down. Looking for the new bottom right there. As soon as they find a new bottom, turn around. Maybe. Not today, though. Pete wants to take a look at Kroger. Now, just to let you know a little tidbit of information, Kroger was never on my list. I got Kroger from Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett's list has Kroger. All right, so if it's good enough for Warren, I'll buy it. But not this week. Right there, she gapped down. Let me zoom into that, show it to you a little bit better, because it is an opportunity. Okay? 30-day top, 30-day bottom. She drops, shoots up, back down here. The big gap right there. Remember I told you gaps have a tendency to fill? That gap right there, eventually that's going to turn around and go back up. But when? It's one thing we don't know. But when? Okay, so it's right here. So I'll keep a look at it tomorrow. I want to see, is one day up going to be tomorrow? Monday, Tuesday? The earliest I'll get into that would be Wednesday, but I do want to keep an eye on it. So for that, I'm going to write it down in my book. Write it down in my book. Brand new book, as a matter of fact. Check it out. Very first page. This book is beat up. This took me 2 years to fill this book. It did. Look at this. This is crazy. All right. These are all the stocks that I look at on a daily basis with you guys. Full of stocks. Look at it. Every single day I'll look at something. I'll write down the book. And this is the last page of the book. And we got about a dozen stocks we're supposed to look at tomorrow. For next week. Look at them all. VAL, AVGO, Mara. These are all for next week. Because they just look good. But, new book. And what is this one? KR. So KR for next week. Top of the list. KR. KR. Yes, I do keep track of them because you never know what's going to pop up. So, Kroger, as much as I like it, not Monday, but I will be looking at it, tomorrow and Monday. What's she going to do tomorrow? Higher, lower? Which one? It's a 50-50 shot. What's the after hours look like? Last trade, 55.76. Look at the after hours. 55.80, that's higher. 56.18. Both the bid and the ask are higher than the current price. So, Hypothetically, that means the market maker is going to push it up tomorrow. Could be. They give you a hint right there. 55.80, 56.18 are both higher than 55.76. Could be. It either makes sense or it doesn't. Next. That's it. Tesla missed earnings. Really? Tesla missed the earnings? Imagine that. It happens. Okay. Oh, Kissable, Mara. Nice for you to chime in there, brother. Nice to see you back again. There's certain people that just, ooh, holy shit. Did you like that one? I see it. It's like, holy shit. Yeah. Don't take a look. The top, the bottom. Where was it? Where is it? Look at right here. Up, down, up, down, up. You can't miss that. 30-day high, 30-day low. Now she's bouncing. 12.77. The 13s are going for 18. That's more than 1.25%. But do you like Mara? Let's check it out. What do you think, Kissable? Let's check it out. Last 30 days. Easy to see. 30-day high, 30-day bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 days up. Look at that. And this is something you have to decide. Does that make sense? Do you like this company? You can't hide from facts. Fact, there's the high. Fact, there's the low. Fact, there's Monday. There's Tuesday. There's Wednesday. There's today. Those are going up. What's the current number? 12.77. Well, the 12.50 is going for 43. The 13s are going for 18. Both of those are more than 1%. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, let's get rid of this. Damn freaking glasses. All right, so covered call. Here we go. Simple, safe, predictable. The 13, there it is. One contract. Here we go. Johnny, tell him what he's won. Well, Bill, behind door number 1, we have Mara, M-A-R-A. 24 July. That's tomorrow. Okay. The 13 call option, $42 is the profit, $1,258 is the investment. What do the numbers look like? Very rarely do I ever do one-day trades. Very rarely, but this is weird. This is like the fourth one. 42 is the profit. The investment for one contract, $1,258 equals a grand total. Are you shitting me? 3.3 for 1% for Mara. Now, see, here's the catch. There's always a catch. Like, don't kid yourself. When you play a game, there's always a catch. There's always rules. The catch is here is, do you like the company? That's number 1. Number 2 is, do you like the company at this current price? You either do or you don't. It's a yes, it's a no. Let's do it. Let's clean this mess up first. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of this. And let's get back to that. Now let's take a look at Mara. M-A-R-A. Mara. Woohoo. Baby. Baby love. My baby love. Mara. One covered call. Mara. M-A-R-A. 24 July 26. That's tomorrow. The $13 call option. $42 is the profit. $1,258 is the investment for a 3.3 return for one day. But do you like the company? Is this a company you want to put your money into? Bandit, what about SpaceX? Seems like it's time to buy. It's okay. Bandit, I never, ever, ever, ever tell people what they should buy, what they should sell. Only thing I can tell you is what I do. I will not buy SpaceX. I want to give it at least a year or 2 or 3 to get the bugs out of the system, to see if it works. Claus Vito. Hey, James. Hope you are having a good night. So far, I'm having a good night. Josh. Can you teach me how to trade IG corporate bonds? I could. All right, wait a minute. What happened? Here we go. All right, wait a second. I missed a lot. Ooh. Oh, I'm missing some. Okay. Sit tight. All right. So, I'm having a good day. Thank you. SpaceX. Like I told you, I am 62 years old. SpaceX may be the next greatest thing. But if there is no historical performance behind it. Now, don't get me wrong. I love Elon Musk, and everything he touches turns to gold. Depends on how you look at it. Fine. Wonderful. But that division doesn't have what I'm looking for. Consistent profits. It's a new company. It's an IPO, initial public offering. That means there are no profits yet. It's a leap of faith. And it could be a great leap of faith, depending on what side of the line are you standing on. Okay? If you're on the line of, hey, I got 10 or 15 years to go before I retire, well, you look at things one way. On the other side of the line where I am, I'm already retired. I have to make sure each and every trade I make is safe and predictable. At this moment, SpaceX doesn't have what I'm looking for. It may look good, but it just doesn't fit. Kissable, yay! I made the board just in time to say good night, guys. Kissable, you have a great night, brother. Carlos Vidal, SpaceX, fair value price according to Morningstar is 62. Hard passed until it hits profits unless you love it and believe it's a long term. In your opinion, yeah, I get it. I agree with you 100%. I'm going back to my original statement. It doesn't have any historical performance behind it. So I have no idea who is running the place. Because Elon, he may be the CEO, but he doesn't run it. There are other people that are there day to day to make sure everything goes well. Elon gets so much on his plate, he can't oversee everything on everything. So no, SpaceX is I will wait and see how it does for a couple of years before I commit any of my funds to it. Okay? It's over, Mike Berry. Your brother called it. I have no idea what that means, redneck guy. I mean, I understand everything you said. I just don't know how it applies to me. Brian, BA, isn't that Boeing? Wait a minute. Let's finish up with this first. We're going to finish one thing first, okay? What was the profit here? 3.3. Okay. 3.3. 3.3. So that's 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. All right, so we need one more. One more time, if we try. One more time for all you. All right, so one more. Who's got it? Who's got it? Only reason you would do that to lower the amount of your loss. I have no idea what that means. But here's the thing. Nick, I don't take losses. Okay, I go to my rule number 1 and I stick extremely... Conan, what's happening, Conan? Nice to see you. I stick to my rules. Rule number 1 is never ever buy anything you do not want to own long term. If I don't understand it, I don't buy it, which means I should know what the high of the year, what the low of the year, how much it fluctuates, what it moves, this, that, and the other thing. I should know everything before I buy anything. So I never ever sell at a loss, and I never ever even use stop losses. Okay? That being said, next. Sharif, hello. Nick, is this platform Schwab? Nope, this platform belongs to Schwab. Okay? Belongs to Schwab. It's actually called Think or Swim. They just own the platform. They didn't come up with it. Someone else came up with it. Nick, BSKY. Okay. Not quite sure what that means, Nick, but why are we looking at BSKY? BKSY? BKSY. Black Sky Technology. No. Sorry, dude. I don't do monthlies. August, September, November, January, February. Those are months of the year, which means they trade once a month. I don't want to get paid once a month. I want to get paid every week. So, no. Sorry. It's that simple. No. Not a weekly option? No. No. Nope. No. Next. Thank you there, redneck guy. Car Guts. Is it bad I only do ODTE or one day? No, not bad at all. Everyone's different. That's gambling, not investing. I'm pretty sure he's not talking to me because I've been doing this for a long time and I don't think it's gambling. Gambling is doing something you're not 100% sure of and you've never done before. So gambling would be you allowing me to do brain surgery on you. That's gambling, okay? I've never done it before. That's gambling. I've done weekly stock options with covered calls for over 20 years. That's not gambling. Genuinely, please don't do this, guys. Ryan, I'm not quite sure what you mean by that, but okay. Raphael, how you doing? DC, New York City, what's happening? I haven't seen you in a while, brother. I've seen you here before. Coach Ernie, Nala, how are you guys doing today? Uber. Schwen, you really think Uber's going to fit there? Is super overvalued, huh? Uber. U-B-E-R. Uber. No. It's dropping. I mean, it's plain to see. Is the top, drop, droppity, drop. Now, it's got the new bottom here. So if you really like Uber, keep your eye for the bottom and where she turns around. For me, it's a no, because Uber hasn't been around long enough. Okay, Nick, I already said no to BKSY. I don't do monthlies, no. Kemp, AGNC. AGNC. This one I think it is. It is. And this one is a no. Not because I dislike the company, not because the charts look terrible. It's because of this right here. Do you remember I told you rule number 5? Make sure, holy shit, we're way past our time. Make sure all the numbers work. Well, look at this. 0, 0, 0. When the stocks go down, I get nothing. And we're at that time of day where we take phone calls. Yay! Who wants to be first? Let's do this. Who's up first? You ready? 727 543 543 9418 9418. The lines are open. Who wants to go first? Come one, come all, who walk or crawl. Phone lines open. All right, while we're doing that, BSX 210 Life. BSX, what the hell is that? BSX. Interesting. What's going on here? What's going on there? Is it a yes? Is it a no? Well, let's zoom on a little bit closer. Last 30 days, no. Last 30 days has us going down, 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 down. No. And there we go. The phone is ringing. Give me 1 second, I'll get to it. Who do we got? Mountain View, California. Hello, and how are you today?
Hello. This is Justice. How are you doing?
Justice, how are you today?
I am fantastic.
I'm not that good, but I'm getting better.
Okay, so with all these options already for tomorrow, that's going to finish out the day.
Yes, it is. How are you doing with yours?
Finish out the week. That's great. We didn't quite finish the TSLL probably because you have it already, and you may do, another week of it.
Well, no, wait a minute. We said we were going to wait to see what happened with TSLL because it had that big drop and that big, huge upswing that the market maker made $1.2 million for one day.
Right.
Is the market
Correct.
making it? Yeah. So for
And
me,
that-
it's not a point for jumping in.
Okay, so that isn't what I'm calling about, because when I looked it up, I noticed it says leveraged. Now, I actually had this way before I met you into doing all of this. And I didn't realize then, because it was still I was kind of early coming into doing trading. So what I found out leverage is you can either win or not. Pretty big either way. So explain the leverage when we're doing these covered calls.
Okay.
And the time decay
Okay.
with it.
Okay. So leverage and time decay. Those are good questions. Leverage basically means if I put in $1, they will put in $1. It's kind of like margin. As the stock goes up $1, if it's double leverage, like 2x leverage, for every dollar it goes up, I will make $2. If it's 3x leverage, every time the stock moves up $1, I will make $3. That's the leverage. Well, here's the bad part about the leverage. As it goes up $1, I make $3. As it goes down $1, I lose $3. So that's never a good thing. Same thing with margin. Margin, if I put in 100 grand, the broker will put in 100 grand. So instead of having 100, I now have 200. 100 of mine, 100 of theirs. And if I do 3x and it goes down, I'm not losing $1. I'm losing not 3 for the 3x going down. Remember, it's borrowed money. So as it drops, I'm really losing someone else's money 3 times along with my own. So margin money is scary enough as it is. Leveraged, it's great when it's going for you, but when it goes against you, it's not a good thing. That makes sense?
Yes.
Okay, what was
But
the
I
second
also
half?
heard that on leverage, like the one you have, and because of that gap or what's going on. So you have it already, and if you use it next week to put it out, but now isn't that I don't know, like time decay is also exponentially the same thing with the time decay or something with that?
No.
I don't know. I don't
Time.
know.
All right.
That's why I'm asking. you.
Okay, so justice, I'm sure you've heard this before. As the sand flows through the hourglass, so do the days of our lives. Have you heard that before?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so as the days pass, so does the value of our option. It's the same thing. As the days pass, the closer you get to expiration, the time value decreases. So at 3:59 p.m., the time value is 0. Okay, so Monday, the time value is, 5 days of time value. But at 3:59 p.m. on Friday afternoon, the time value is 0. Because as the days pass, just the time ticking away eats away at the value of the stock option. They call that theta decay. That's one of the Greeks. This is where one of the Greeks would come in handy. Time decay, the theta decay. So as the time passes, you lose the value. So if you're in 3x with margin, not only are you losing time value as the time ticks away, as the stock drops, you're losing your money plus the margin money plus the 3x leveraged money. So when it goes against you, it really goes against you depending on how you have your account set up. If you're all into cash and you don't do margin, it's not that bad. But if you do margin and 3x and gap down, oh, that's like a quadruple whammy. Ouch, ouch, and double ouch. How is that?
Yes. Okay, that part I understand. That's while it's in the option. Now, like for yours example, tomorrow night, when the option is, I don't know, when like they don't call your shares away. So then that expires, and then you'll get your shares back and start fresh on Monday. So as long as you don't put it into any kind of option, do they still decay, or?
Are we talking about the option, or are we talking about the stocks?
No, the TSLL stock. Okay, for example, let's say I have it. Let's say I have 100 shares. So I have one covered call, right? Or one covered call, and it doesn't go through, so it expires. I get my 100 shares back. The 100 shares are since like loose or whatever. That's how I recognize it. So without it attached to anything, are those shares still affected with that leverage or that time decay?
All right. All right, so we're going to make a fruit salad here. I'm sure you've heard the expression before, you're mixing apples and oranges. You ever heard that before?
Yes.
Okay,
That's
so
basically, like I said, I did this before and I lost a lot of money on it, and I don't want to.
All right, let me see if I can whip you up some fruit salad. You ready? So we have apples, oranges, bananas, and tangerines. Not just apples and oranges anymore, because you have the stock, you have the stock option, you have the dividend, and you have the option premium, and then you have time decay. So we have apples, oranges, tangerines, bananas, and grapes. Whole fruit salad. On Friday afternoon, okay, you still have the stock. The options drop. They become worthless at 3:59 p.m. They are now out of the fruit salad. The only thing you have left is just the apples, just the stock. The dividends get when they have the dividend, which is once every 90 days. The option, well, that expires on Friday. So Friday afternoon, that's gone. Monday, the only thing you have left is just the stocks. And if you bought it on margin or not. But once the 3:59 p.m. Friday hits, the option and everything that goes along with the option just falls away. If you're in the money, the stock will get called away. If you're out of the money, it will expire worthless. You get the stocks and you're on a blank slate back on Monday. So I bought my TSLL, I believe, at 13. Okay? Now it's at 7. That's almost a 50% drop in price or drop in value. Am I panicking? No, because I still own it at 13. The option I sold on it this week, I believe it was the 1050. I'm not 100% sure. It could have been the 11 or 1150. Not 100% sure. But as of tomorrow afternoon at 3:59 p.m., the option I sold this week disappears. I keep all that money. And then next week, well, I now own the stocks unencumbered. But I still bought them at 13. And Monday, they're still only worth 776. So what option am I going to sell next week? I still own them, but the dividend only comes available once every 90 days. The option, it's only available once every 7 days. Okay, so it's like a fruit salad. Everything has its time and place. The stock, the option, the margin money, the option money, and then whatever else is happening. It's kind of like painting a picture. You got to start with, do you remember paint by numbers? 1 red, 2 blue, 3 green, 4 yellow. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Okay, so it's kind of like painting a picture. Tomorrow, whatever option you sold against your TSLL, is it going to be in the money or out of the money? Well, it dropped, that big, huge drop, so I'm assuming more than likely that option's going to expire worthless. Is that a safe bet?
Right, true. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Monday, you still own those shares.
Right.
So I bought mine at 13. Even though they're only worth 776 now, I still own them at 13. So I can sell at 9, I can sell at 10, I can sell 11, I can sell at 12, I can sell at 13, whichever one makes sense for me. Keeping in mind that gaps have a tendency to fill. So could that bounce up and fill by next Friday? It could. but is it going to? So every time you make a decision to sell something for less than when you paid for it, I'm in at 13. This week I sold, I think it was the 1050s or the 11s, less than when I paid for it. I was nervous because it was right here. And I thought I was going to lose on this one, but it dropped, so I actually win. I won by the stock dropping because I got to collect the premium and I don't have to give it back. So each week the game changes.
Okay. And regarding that wolf. So in the beginning when we were looking at it, you looked into Yahoo Finance and you said no in the beginning because it has a negative EPS.
Wait. Was that TSLL or was that something else?
There's something different. WLF.
Oh yeah, WLF. That's a different company. We're talking about TSLL.
No, we're done. Well, I finished TSLL.
Ouch. Look at the yield for TSLL. 6.94. 6.94% for TSLL. Well, that's better than some of the things we've seen. At least it's making money.
Yes.
Okay, what was your next question? Because I'm kind of lost here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's because I was done and you weren't done explaining it. And there's a lag in the phone reception too.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, you are in California, and it's it's a long way to call. Anyway.
Yes, Alan.
Okay. Was there anything else, young lady?
So the TSLL. Okay, so I'm good with that now. And so now we're going to the wolf.
Okay, what are we looking at on Wolf? WULF. I looked at it and it was losing money. Even though the chart looks good.
But you still kept it on your list for tomorrow.
Wait a minute. No. It's not my list. Somebody asked.
On A list.
Yeah, somebody asked me about it. I plugged it in. It looked good. I looked at the profits and I said I wouldn't buy it. Okay, because it's losing $2.59 per share. I just said I wouldn't buy it. I put it up for whoever asked me about it.
Whoever's asking. Okay.
Yeah, because see, when I put something up, that's not I don't make recommendations. When somebody asks me about something, I'll put it up and I'll show you the numbers and what it looks like. Then it's up to people in the audience to decide whether or not that makes sense to them. Because the chart's telling me one thing, okay, the earnings per share is telling me something totally different. That makes sense?
Yeah, that's true. You're evaluating it in general, and then whoever out of these or whichever ones from now or before is our decision which one we're going to.
Yeah, we're all adults. We should take responsibility for our actions. You either like Wolf or you don't. It either makes sense to you or it doesn't. For me, it doesn't make sense because it's losing money. But the chart is telling me something totally different. Okay, the high is here, $30. She dropped down to 17. Now she's bouncing up to 20. I mean, that looks perfect. It does. But looks can be deceiving. Okay, 30-day high, bounces to a 30-day bottom. Now she bounces up. Can it work? Yeah, it can work. It probably would work. But is it a company you would want to hold long term?
Okay. Yes, I understand that part. I was just a little confused of, when we were talking, it had that negative earnings per share, and then it still remained on the list. But I understand why. Yeah.
So it always comes back to that one last question. Do I like this company? Do I feel this is a good place to put my money? And we all have different approaches. We all have different journeys. My journey is different than yours. I'm retired. I want to make sure the choices that I make are safe for me. I can't speak for anyone else. I mean, I don't expect anyone to listen to what I say. Does it make sense? And then you take what I say and then you do your research. Does it make sense to you? Is this a good company that you feel comfortable putting your money into? So it's always going to be a decision that you need to make on your own. I don't make suggestions. I don't make recommendations because I don't want that responsibility.
True, correct. Okay. So for this evening, that wraps it up for me.
It's a pleasure chatting with you as always, young lady. You have a great night.
You too. Have a great weekend. See you on Monday.
I'm gonna
Sunday
be
night.
Sunday night.
Sunday
See you
night.
Sunday night. Wonderful, wonderful. All right, so we only found 4 tonight. I'm going to call it a day because it's 10:30. I usually quit at 10. That being said, we only got 4. Why do we only have 4? Dr. Corey, why do we only have 4? Interesting fruit salad explanation. Did you like that one? Because everybody gets it confused. They think everything goes together. No, it's not. Okay, you have the stocks. They are totally separate from dividends, and they are totally separate from options. Stocks, apples. Dividends, oranges. Options, bananas. Apples and oranges, bananas. 3 totally separate things. Totally separate. The option is just the privilege of buying and selling the stock. That's all it is. Okay, the dividend is a portion of the profit you get back when you buy the stocks. They're each separate. Don't get them mixed. They do not mingle together. Okay. Adel Jamie, why 19 years and 7 months? We're talking about SpaceX. When I say I like companies that have 2 decades of consistent profits, okay? SpaceX is only, 3 months old? 2 months old? 3 months old? So in 19 years and 7 months, that will be, 20 years? Somewhere around there? That's why I said 19 years and 7 months. I might be wrong with the time, but I want 20 years of historical performance. An IPO has less than a year. So I want not 20 years, okay? See, we already didn't we already do Tesla? I don't know. All right, we're past 10:30. I'm going to call it a night. Apple says, caller was referring to decay in the price of the leverage ETF that can result from the daily leverage reset when the underlying asset is chopping sideways. Yeah, I get that. Time decay is time decay. As the time goes by, the value of your option decreases. Okay. ExxonMobil, not again. Didn't we look at ExxonMobil yesterday? I'm pretty sure we did. And she jumped up again. There's no sense going over it again today. We went over it yesterday. Neems World, Nokia, NOK. Drop. New 30-day bottom. Gregory, how much do I need to start with you? Gregory, how are you doing today? Gregory, it might be easy to drop me your phone number. I'll give you a call. Oh, while I'm on that subject, time out. Okay, number 1, I don't Instagram, I don't Snapchat, I don't WhatsApp, I don't Telegram, I don't do any of that stuff. I am so old, I get gray hairs. My hair is migrating, receding. Yes, I'm in my 60s. I'm happy for what I do have. But what I'm trying to say is, if you think you are having a conversation with me and you do not pick up the phone, hi, hello, how are you? You are not talking to me. I don't email, I don't Instagram, I don't Snap, I don't do any of that stuff. I actually pick up the phone and call you. I will not ask you for money. I will not ask you to send something to me. I don't do that. If you think you are having a conversation, there is a high probability that you are being scammed by someone pretending to be me. That's why I say every single night, if you want to have a conversation, DM me your phone number. I am live streaming on 15 different platforms. Yes, there are a lot of unhappy, unfriendly people out there that will try to steal money from you, pretending to be me. Okay, I do not do that. You want to have a conversation, whatever platform you're on, go to the bio. Each platform has a bio, and each one has my email address. Send me an email with your phone number. I will personally will call you back. I will not pass you off to someone else. Personally call you back. Sorry. All right. What do we have down here? Can you turn on super chats so we can send donations? I have no idea how to do that. Now, you're on YouTube. I appreciate it a lot. I do. Thank you. But I have no idea to do it. See, I tell people to go to Patreon, which you could do that on Patreon. Okay, that's, Patreon/Dividend Stock Talk. But here on YouTube, I have no idea how to do that. Wish I did, but I don't. Okay? See, I'm not good with the, what do you call it, that internet stuff? I mean, put me in front of the camera. Yeah, I'll talk all day long about a project or something that I believe in. That part's easy for me. But how to figure out all that internet stuff? No, that's not me thing. That's a Jacob thing. He's my son. He takes care of the internet stuff. So I'll ask him about that one. But I do appreciate it. Thank you there, Ali. Is it Agent? AI Agent. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. AI Agent, Costco falling down. Glad it was a no for the past few weeks. Please check on Micron. Now, I told people before about Micron, MU. I don't do stocks over $400. This one is $990. $990. That's $99,000 to do one contract. Now, for some people, that's okay. But can everyone do that? Well, let's take a look. $990. And it's dropping. Okay, always pay attention to the last price, $990. Well, what's the bid in the ask now? After hours, it's $970. So there's a big, huge drop. It's a $20 drop in after-hour trading, which would mean, hypothetically, tomorrow it's going to drop. So the 970s are going for $32. That's a fatty. Let's take a look at this one. This could be the last one of the evening because you cannot ignore this. Okay, the high, she drops. There's the bottom. Now she's shooting up. She's at 990. Does that make sense or does it not? Well, at this moment in time, it's at 970. So let's take a look at the 970s. This will be number 5 for the day. I normally don't. I used to do Micron years ago before it went crazy. Okay, so the 970s, which is where it's at now. One covered call. Here you go. I told you this one's going to hurt. Look at that. $93,000 for one contract. Let's take a look at the numbers. You ready? One covered call, MU, Micron, 24 July. That's tomorrow. The 970 call option, it's paying $3,476. That's a nice chunk. But look what you got to put up. You got to put up $93,000. So let's do a little bit of math. What does this come to? Always take the profit first. $3,476. That's the profit. Okay? Max profit, $34.76. We divide it by cost of the trade, including commissions and fees, $93,000. This is the last one we're going to do. Then we're going to call it a night. We're going to divide it by 93,524. That gives me a grand total of 3.7%. That's how the other half lives. You got $93,000 to put into one contract, 3.7% for one day. Let's save it. 3.7. Here we go. This is the last one of the evening, the last one of the week, because tomorrow's Friday, and I don't do Friday nights, and I don't do Saturday nights. Who else we got there? This, that, John. This, that, John? All right, this, that, John. How you doing? Maxim. What's happening, Maxim? All right, so here we go. Last one of the day. Last one of the week. MU. Here we go. Ooh, that's okay, whatever. MU, Micron. There it is, Micron. One covered call, MU Micron, 24 July 26. That's tomorrow, 1 day away. The 970 call option. Look at the price right now is at 969. 969. It's sold for 170. Walk away with 34.76. Got to put up 93 to make. What was it 3.4? Was that right? 3.7. Whoa, 3.7. $3.7 for 1 day. Yay, hooray. All right, so we want to go back this way. And there's number one right there. That being said, we're going to call it an evening. Oh, wait. There we go. We're going to call it an evening. How do you screen for each week's good picks? Kaz, calendar. Kaz, I take a look at all the stocks I like. Dividend Kings, Dividend Aristocrats, Dividend Champions, Dividend Contenders, so on and so forth. I throw them into a calendar. Hold on. Let's get this out of here. Let's go right there. I throw them into the calendar, Kaz. And the calendar tells me what I'm looking at this week. Look at this. Caterpillar, Clorox, Colgate Palmolive, Dell, Apache, Levi's, Lowe's, CVS, Pfizer, Procter & Gamble, Costco, Signet. Those are the ones I'm looking at this week. The calendar tells me which ones I'm looking at because I go through all the companies that are consistently profitable year after year after year, and then I throw them into the calendar to tell me when they're paying their dividend, because the dividend is the portion of the profits they give back to us, the investors. So as the company's profitable, the dividends increase. So before the dividend is paid, the stock goes up in value. So knowing when the stock is going to move gives me that little tiny bit of an edge so I can jump in, jump out, grab one profit, simple, safe, predictable, and be on my merry way. That's how I do it. All right, what do we got? Nick, how you doing there, Mr. Nick? Kevin Hams, we'll take a look at the next time. IKN New. All right, thank you there, IKN New. I am a complete beginner. What course should I start with? Oh, I tell you what. Keep showing up. No, not the cues. Hey, it's not my fault, the cue speech. Somebody asked me about the cues. Did you want me to ignore them? When somebody asked me to take a look at something, I take a look at it. Whether I agree with it or not, whether you like it or not, fair is fair. So, back to you, Froggy. I'm going to call you Froggy because that looks like a frog. Is it a lizard or a frog? I don't know. You're a complete beginner. But my suggestion as a complete beginner, keep showing up. Keep asking questions. When you're ready to join, you just go to the website and join. That's all. Thank you for your time. Appreciate it. Looking forward to Super Chats. Yeah, I definitely have to talk to my son about that one. Yeah. Okay, next. Timothy, please read and share my story. Sorry, Timothy, I don't do that. Okay, we're here to look at investing strategies. Okay, I'm not I don't want to sound cold and heartless, but I can't look at everyone's story that asks me to look at their story. Like anywhere between 2,000 and 50,000 people will come through these 13 different channels that we're broadcasting on. I can't look at everything. Whatever your story is, I don't know how to feel about that, and I don't know if it's right for me to even go down that avenue. CLSK, Mike, what is CLSK? Well, let's take a look at it next time. Claude, how you doing, Claude? Nice to see you. Thank you there, Claude. That was nice of you. Luke, PBI, next time. Edgar, how are you doing? My own. Vegas Knights, we looked at Meta. Zeus, nice to see you, Zeus. UMAC, I have no idea what UMAC is. Avery, how you doing? Mr. Phil, nice to see you again. SIBO Euro Soccer Diet. Oh, direct, huh? Urbanus, enjoying the lesson. You're welcome. Skyrider, thank you. Disciplined, decisive. Okay, thank you. User 377842, Amazon. Next time, what are your top few dividend stocks? Ooh, Dividend Kings, Dividend Aristocrats, Dividend Champions, etc., etc., etc. Bala, how are you today? Congrats. Disciplined, decisive, lit up the hand heart. Oh, that's nice of you. I am Kush. How you doing, Kush? Nice to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Parker, can you look at Mickey D's next time? Sorry. What are the 5 stocks for today? I don't remember. That's what. See, the funny thing is, I wrote them down so I don't have to remember them. Okay, as you get older, you forget things, so you write it down. It's written down there. Boitres, here's Alex. Sailor, how you doing today? All right. David, how you doing, David? Tasha, all in one day, absolutely. AJ Mama, how are you doing today? Coles, catch me next time, kiddo. Break it down, covered call, got that one. NBiz next time, BSX next time. Eric, we already did Mara. Eli Lilly, all right, we'll take a look at that next time. M Fanny Love Official, okay. Andrew, what's the name of the site you are using? Well, behind me is called Think or Swim. That is offered through Charles Schwab. The other website was Yahoo Finance. And Yahoo Finance is free. Okay, we already looked at Walmart. Okay, Ron, we already looked at Walmart. Alex, thank you. Joel, Truth All Day. Thank you there, Joel. John M. J.P. Morgan. Ooh. Joel Wilson, ASTS. I bought and I am wondering if I need to hold also. PL, I have no idea what that one is. I'm down big and need to know thoughts. Okay. Show up. I'm not saying this to be rude in any way, shape, or form, Joel. It's 10:50. It's almost 11 o'clock. I've been here since 8. Okay, so I usually am only on for 2 hours. So if you want me to take a look at it, show up earlier, and we'll take a look at it on Sunday. Because I take Friday nights and Saturday nights off. Prestige, how are you doing today? Royce, thank you, Royce. Ron, we already looked at Walmart. Johnny EMR, ooh, I love Emerson, I do. Sarah, let's talk BN. How about we talk BN on Monday? Thoughts on Oracle, Monday. Vegas Nights, we already did Meta. And we didn't do Tesla, but we did TSLL. Brian, I thought number 5 was I like the company. No. Rule number 1 is never buy anything you do not want to own. That's rule number 1. Never buy anything you do not want to own long time. All right, that's number 1. EPD next time. GM next time. What are the 5 stocks today? Put call, Urbanus. How are you doing today? Yes, we do puts and calls. Thank you. Navi Johns. Hello. Corey, SMY. Next time. Kaz, how do you screen for this strategy? Dividend Kings, Dividend Aristocrats, Dividend Champions, Dividend Contenders, anything on Warren Buffett's list. That's 350 different companies right there. SGX, how you doing? Samo, nice. Jay, thank you, Jay. All right. Thank you. Scylla, what's happening, Scylla? That was nice of you. Katie, nice to see you. Jonard T, next time. Tesla, next time. We already looked at Walmart. TSLL, we already looked at that. Mickey D's, we'll take a look at that next time. Wow, all these things. Day trade stocks or options only. I don't do any day trading. I will look at my stocks every day, but I do not trade every day. I'm not a day trader. I'm a weekly trader. I buy on Mondays. I like to be out on Fridays. Santashi, nice to see you. Sarah, 1% weekly ROI, is that good? It depends on how you look at it. For me, 1% is wonderful. Okay? Holding my Tesla shares despite the huge drop. Ja Wilson, I don't blame you. Scylla, PNNT, never heard of it. We'll take a look at it next time. 52 weeks in a year. Absolutely, John Didier. Brian, very interesting. Glad you like it. Love, thank you. Very. Johnny, LW, okay. Uncle Charlie, we just looked at Micron, Uncle Charlie. Check Tesla, please. We'll take that next time. LO, Coke. Andy Brara, good evening, good evening. Sang Lashes, that's so sweet of you, thank you. Meta, we already looked at Eli Lilly. Next time, Meta, we already looked at Tesla. Well, look at blah, blah. Wow, all these things. Okay, user 6884244, yeah. Okay, now, user 688, whatever. Okay, the $42 profit was per contract. And then you don't take a look at the profit, don't look at the investment, look at the rate of return. What is the rate of return and what is the safety factor? It's not the dollar amount I'm looking for, it's the rate of return. If $42 is a 2% return on my money, yeah, I'll take that all day long. But if $42 is like 0.1%, then it's a no. It's always going to be a numbers game. What am I putting in? What am I getting out? What are the risk factors? Am I okay with owning this stock? Am I willing to take that risk? It's a game that we play as adults, and it has adult repercussions. Wow, we're like an hour past, and we still have these questions. Holy cow. All right, XOFARB, hello, no. Companies who report profits have their stocks going down. I'm not even going to address this one because stock prices go up, stock prices go down. But what doesn't change is the fact, are they making money or are they not? Okay, the profits could be increases and the value of the stock could drop. What's going on with the company rarely has anything to do with the stock price or the stock market. When stocks drop, Micron stocks drop, did the CEO call up everybody and say, hey, our stocks dropped, take a day off, we need to cut prices? No, it doesn't work that way. People go in, they put in their 40 hours a week, and they don't care what the stock is. I worked in corporate America. We never, ever has the CEO called me and said, James, our stock price is down, take a couple of days off. It doesn't work that way. People go to work, they put in their time and their effort. This crap here, we as buyers and sellers, we create that. All right, 4 minutes. Holy shit, I'm on 3 hours. GW. All right, no. No. Did you look at Tesla already? Yep. All right, JD, wasn't her question if she still deals with the time decay after her contract is expired? No. Okay. Love the call format. Thank you there, Luis. Thank you, Wolf. JBS Justice, thank you for that. Bill Walker, stocks ain't looking too good lately. Okay, thank you. Yuli, nice. Eric doing great on COP. Ooh, I like COP. Fang, RTX, and I like them all. Keep on going. What was that? Horseman, what happens if the stock drops $30? I'm trying to figure out the best way to answer that without sounding like a dick. Think about it. How do you answer a question that is so obvious, but you don't want to sound like a dick? Stocks go up, stocks go down. That's all they do. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. That's all they do. They go up, they go down. Okay? Never ever buy a company you do not want to own long term. If she goes down $30, big deal. As long as they're consistently profitable, which means even if the stock drops, the profits keep increasing. Stock price doesn't have anything to do with the performance of the company. They're two totally separate issues. The stock market is our interpretation of what we feel the shares are worth. That's all it is, and that's a very tough pill for some people to swallow. Because you take a look at the profits, that the stock price might be going up, but are the profits increasing? Is their market share increasing? There's a lot of moving parts when it comes to the company as opposed to the stock market itself. Let's wrap it up, call it a day. That being said, wow, there's way too many questions for me to go through over everything. You guys have a great weekend. We're going to do this all over again next week. We need some mood music to finish off the week. Here it is.
It takes 90 seconds for this
I can't do this
NASA-engineered
commercial.
AC
There was some
cool down your
commercials in
room.
just before
It's
I
smaller
get
than a
my
toaster, cools any room in 90 seconds,
we
and uses
are
just a
almost
fraction of
ready.
the energy
Ready?
of a regular.
There it is.
You dream
There we
in
go.
stars, then dive into the deep, fixing the world while the rest of us sleep. Your heart set on giving, no matter the strain, building your legacy through love and brain. Julie knows that fire in your soul, the kind that lifts the broken heart. James, you reach the skies, no one dares. In your hands, the future's caught unawares. Let's know what the hell we're thinking. You laugh as the icons of daylight blinking. Every day's a quest, not some disguise. With James in the storm, the dream never dies. Retired, you say.